Night of NFL 2024 preseason. We got your Eagles and, of course, these Ravens. Make sure you guys hit that like, hit that thumbs up. And, of course, if you're new to the channel, make sure you do subscribe, click that bell, turning your notifications so you don't miss a stream. So, yeah, kickoff's going to be shortly here. I had a little hang up earlier just because I was trying to get everything taken care of, and for some reason it didn't want to do it for me. But yeah, we're good to go. We're good to go. Shout out to the Wrench Gang. Shout out to the family, all the listeners, all the watchers. I do appreciate each and every one of you as we prepare to get started with these Eagles and these Ravens. So don't mind me. I'm just trying to get everything situated here for you guys. They threw me off today. There's literally so many different streaming services and things you have to have. I thought it was going to be on ESPN. It is on NFL Plus. So I had to sign out of ESPN, go over to NFL Plus, do all that good stuff. And yeah, so there you go. There you go. That's what kind of season it's going to be, y'all. That's what season it's going to be. But anyways, we're all good. We're all good. We are here, and I'm just waiting for this to update and refresh with NFL Plus, and we'll be good to go. We will be good to go. So yeah, other than that, what's everybody up to tonight? Shout out to Forrest. What up, man? King Blaze in the house. Time Walker, what up, yo? Blue says, I'm going to say close game. Yeah, you know, like I said, it's preseason, right? It's preseason. We hope that it's fun, right? We hope that it's good. You see some people, you know, stand out, make some good plays. You know, that's all we can hope for. That's all. That's all we can hope for. So as I get in here, I just need this to work. Just work. I don't want to have to deal with the issues and all this other stuff. So let's just get the show on the road. Get the show on the road. All right, so that's done. That's done. NFL Plus. And yeah, we're trying to catch this live. What are we doing here? Okay, here we go. Now I'm on the page. I'm on the page. All right, so we're just waiting. We are just waiting. And they should update this soon here. Shout out to Lutza. What up? What's going on with you? Ryan says, Jay, you got the bottle out? No. I have cut down, my friend, since last year. You know that. I have cut down. Says need the chat as a third option on the poll. What do you mean, yo? Shout out to you. Let me make sure that I got this audio turned on. I don't want any problems. You know how that goes. I don't want any issues, and I don't want no problems. All right, so I got some action here. I'm just trying to see if they update this, and then we should be good to go. We should be good to go. Like I said, I literally have all of them. I've got the YouTube TV. I've got the ESPN Plus. I've got the NFL Plus. I got the Amazon. All right, here we go. We're good. We're good. We are live, and we got the game going. Perfect. This is gonna be a wild season. I got to get Peacock still. Someone's gonna be like, Jay, you don't have Peacock? No, I don't. I got everything else but Peacock, so I got to get that again. But there you go. There you go. All right, so we're getting ready for kickoff, y'all. We are ready to go. I got the live feed going, and they're getting through the pre-game stuff. And here we go. We are back for another night. Eagles, Ravens. I know a lot of people wanted to do the Steelers, but the poll spoke for itself. The poll said Eagles, Ravens. The people have spoken, and that's where we are tonight. We're with these Eagles and these Ravens. Plus, you know, a lot of other people are doing the Texas game, or the Steelers game or whatever. You know, the free stuff. You gotta spend some money for this Eagles and these Ravens. You know how this go. Shout out to you, Lisa. Says I'm looking at Devin Leary and Nate Wiggins also tonight. Okay. Ari says Texans winning 7-0 over the Steelers. All right. Marvel Sky says Sheagle's going down. Listen, I'm trying to, like I said, I just want to have a good night. I want to have a good night, just a great time with you guys. I don't want to get the Eagles fans all mad. I mean, we had a rough year, or we had a rough season last season. For those who know, it was just bad, and for those who don't know, I don't want to go back to it. I just want to say that, my predictions made people angry because they came true. That's all I'm going to say. Shout out to Jacob. Says, yo, Jay, NFL is officially back. Go Steelers. Are you ready for week 1? I'm ready, man. I'm ready. I'm excited. Shout out to Angel. Says, hey, Jay, how are you? It's been since the Super Bowl. Let's go. Shout out to you, Angel. It's been a minute. By the time it says you got to spend for the Olympics now, Peacock around $10. What? They went up. See? They knew. They was like, yeah, everybody's going to have to come and spend with us. And we going to make sure of it. But hey, it's the name of the game. Everything's going up. Inflation's ridiculous. What are you going to do? And it's just the reality. So we're getting ready for kickoff, ladies and gentlemen. We are getting ready for kickoff. Any YouTube TV games this year? Yeah, there's going to be a lot of YouTube TV games. I mean, that's your regular, Monday night, which is ESPN, and Sunday, all that kind of stuff. Manuel says, yes, you jinxed the Eagles. I didn't jinx the Eagles by being right. I just saw the signs, and I tried to tell y'all the signs, and y'all got mad at me for it. Right? You should have just braced for what was going to happen instead of being mad and upset with me. Because when it happened, you would have been prepared for it. But because you believe so much in what they could have potentially done, that you didn't want to listen to what I was saying. They were saying Jay was crazy and Jay was being a hater. And then they went on that 4-in-a-row streak that I predicted to happen, which was capped off by a loss to the Seahawks. So, hey, all is forgiven. I'm just saying, just listen to you boys sometimes. I kind of know what I'm doing here. But we're going to start off on a clean slate. We're going to start off on a clean slate, just like that. And, we're going to have a good season. Shout out to Marvel. Says Cowboys on top this regular season. Maybe. We'll see. Is CeeDee Lamb going to get paid? Shout out to Neil Kia. Says, hey, everybody. My favorite time of the year. Football is back. Ravens Nation. Let's go. Shout out to you. Lisa says Gary Sandusky, W. Ball, even Evan Washburn and Rod Woodson are back. Let's go. Shout out to Donald for liking stream over on Facebook. Thanks a lot, man. I appreciate you. Appreciate all of you. Agvi, what up? What's going on with you? Luta in the house. Legendary says Skip gonna try to get Jay on his new show. Do I want to go over there? I mean, that's a real question. Do I want to go over there? So while we're waiting for kickoff, ladies and gentlemen, Eagles, Ravens, the spread. Your spread is going to be 2.5. Eagles are favored. The over-under is 36.5. Your money line is -125, and the Ravens are +105. So Eagles are favored, even though they're on the road. So there you go. Ryan says Bills get Ayuk. Nah, it's not gonna happen. They don't got the money for him. Unfortunately. Father says, can we get a preseason dynamic? We also get the question at late season. I'm not doing it. I'm not getting into it. We're getting ready for kickoff, y'all. We are getting ready for kickoff. Looks like we're getting through all the pregame stuff right now. And then we shall be ready. I like this little NFL Plus setup here. I do. It's a little breath of fresh air from normally watching on YouTube TV. So it's pretty cool. I just don't like, things are kind of like weird as far as how you have to find the games. That's the only thing I didn't like. That took me a little bit more time than usual, but I'll get used to it as the season goes on, obviously. Lisa says 45-10 Ravens. I'm not messing around tonight. Oof. Okay. Shout out to you, Angela. Lisa says she's not messing around. You get 45? Dang. Okay. Shout out to you, Dan. Nick Cromwell in the house says, love the stream, but how can I actually watch it? Which subscription? NFL Plus, bro. NFL Plus. So my blunder 20 minutes ago was thinking that it was on ESPN Plus, all these pluses. And I'm sitting there like refreshing through it. I'm like, why the hell isn't it showing up? So then I had to go over to NFL Plus, and I was like, oh, this is where it is. So, it just goes to show, if you're spending your money monthly, it's on one of them. It's on one of them. Shout out to Lutz. Says, you will, Jay. I have faith in you. Shout out to you, Lutz. Much love. Much love. All right. How does everybody feel about this new kickoff? I did some thinking about it right after our second game of streaming it. And, like I said, I'm still I'm not really rocking with it, but it's growing on me. I mean, obviously it has to if we're going to call these damn games all season. For the most part, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's just, we don't like change, right? And when changes like this happen, it's like specifically, huge changes, because you can consider this to be a huge change. It just doesn't look right. It doesn't look right. It's not what we're used to. And at least for me, I think it changes the beginning dynamic in more ways than just one. But hey, there you go. Angel says, feeling great, Jay. Glad to watch football again like last year. Yeah. Heart 804 says, janky, right? It just feels weird. Feels weird. The lead says, hey, Jay, haven't seen you a bit. Good to see you. Shout out to the lead. What up, yo? What's going on with you? Forrest says, Ravens 21-17 over the She-Eagles. We'll see. We're getting ready for kickoff. And these Eagles will be getting the ball first, looks like here. The lead says that the kickoff is kind of lame. They hyped it up to be something it wasn't, and that's why people are dissatisfied. Yeah, you may be onto something. You may be onto something. I think that's the reality of it. But here we go. Here we go as we prepare for kickoff here. Page is refreshing. All right, here we go. See, I don't like that. We have kickoff, but they didn't show Tucker kicking it off. They just showed the ball going into the end zone. Come on, NFL Plus. What are we doing? Already messing up the presentation. Already. Well, hopefully they'll have it good to go by regular season. Can I change the camera, or is this all I got? Yeah, this is all I got. Captions, and that's it. All right, here we go. Here we go. So we got Pickett, Kenny Pickett, in for these Eagles. 1st and 10. Snap is off. Quick throw right flat. Nice move. Picks up about 6-7 yards in the play, and that's going to be 2nd and 4 as Covey moves it down the field. Shout out to Ernie Brown. What up, yo? What's going on with you? Reverend Charles in the house. What's going on with you? Bass player in the building. Eric in the house. Let's go. OG's in the building. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you guys hit that like, hit that thumbs up. I do appreciate the love and support. Also, if you're new to the channel, make sure you do subscribe. 2nd and 4 as Pickett's back in the shotgun. Takes a snap. Quick throw on the slant. This is going to be caught. Pick up for the first down as Wilson gets 7 yards on the play. Nice start for these Eagles with Kenny Pickett under center. Dan says you might need to become an announcer on the radio someday. Your narrative is amazing. Listen, I'm thinking about getting a little radio show going. I might do it. I mean, obviously along with this, but I could just have the radio as well. I think that'd be cool. We'll do it live. Shout out to Bill O'Reilly. We're doing it live. This is going to be a handoff up the middle to Gainwell for 9 yards. It's going to be 2nd and 1 at the 48. Maestro, what up? What's going on with you? Lisa says Zach Orr will be fabulous this season as DC. Well, we'll see. We'll see. High hopes for sure, but we got to get there. We got to get there. Great offensive start for these Eagles so far. Nice little mix-up on the run there. 9 yards for Gainwell. And this is going to be another handoff, back-to-back. Nice chunks and pickups here. 4 yards on that run. That'll lead to first down. Who did the poll to include the chat? It's winning. What? Hold on. Let me go back here. It's winning. What are we at? 52% for the Eagles. All right. 52%. 52. I know this is preseason, but so good to be back. Yeah, it feels great. As there's going to be a flag here. It looks like a false start. Eagles are backing it up. This will lead to 1st and 15. The Lisa's question, Jay, have been hearing good things on Coleman in camp. Any thoughts? Yeah, he doesn't have the speed, but he's good at running his routes. He's got good hands, which I think, Josh Allen really appreciates that for what he can do. I think if I look at it objectively, we're going to have to really see what Keon Coleman can do on the deep ball. I think that's going to be the real determining factor as far as how well he's going to pan out once Josh gets thrown in traffic. This is going to be some good defense here from the Ravens as they break up that last pass, leading to a 2nd and 15. Try to get it over by Wiggins there. 2nd and 15. Yeah, penalty starting already. 12 minutes and 18 seconds in this first quarter. Snap is off. Pickett has time, dumps it off on the screen. Nice little space, breaks a tackle. That's going to be Kyle Katera for 8 yards. It'll be 3rd and 7 now at the Baltimore 41. Can you do polls for the next game before the stream ends? Yeah, we could do that. So you guys can choose for tomorrow. Dan says Philly cheesesteak or Maryland crabs. I got to go Philly cheesesteak. I'm not a big fan of crab cakes. I don't know why, but I've never been a big fan of those. Here we go. 3rd and 8. Snap is off. Pickett throws deep, going for it, and that's going to be underthrown, incomplete. And this should lead to a long punt here, as that leads to 4th and 8. Shout out to Donald, says, what's the deal with Adams going to the Jets? Well, it's not like the Jets have everything Aaron Rodgers could have wanted in the first place, so why not get somebody else over there, right? Why not get somebody else that Aaron Rodgers wants and hope that he doesn't get injured so that he can actually use him? Shout out to you, Donald. Here we go. 4th and 7. They're going to go for it here as Pickett's in trouble, steps up, throws high, and that's going to be incomplete. Wiggins out there balling right now for this Ravens defense, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. Ravens will keep the ball at the 42. I mean, I kind of get why, but I mean, at least draw up something that's going to make sense. You went to the right 3 times in a row. You're just going to keep testing Wiggins? All right. So there you go. Incomplete. 1st and 10 for the Ravens. They'll take it over. Shout out to Serious Biz. What up, yo? What's going on with you? Since they don't compare to Maryland and I'm up east. Okay. Yeah, like I said, I've never been a big fan of crab cakes. I like crab, but never been a big fan of crab cakes. Lisa says Nate Wiggins is impressing me already, Jay. He's doing good. He's showing the heart. He's sticking to his man. breaking up passes, and he's doing it with energy. So that's good. Real good. We're in a quick commercial break, ladies and gentlemen. And with that said, shout out to you guys. We're at 54 likes. The next goal is going to be 100. So if you have not, make sure that you do hit that like, that thumbs up. I do appreciate all of you for rocking with us. Also, if you're new to the channel, make sure that you do subscribe, click that bell, turn on your notifications so you don't miss a stream. We're doing this all preseason, all season, all the way through the playoffs and the Super Bowl. So you're rocking with your boy Jay all the way. Quick commercial break. Shout out to you, Conrad, for liking the stream on Facebook. I appreciate you. Shout out to Father Tom, says meat and taters, mac and cheese on Thanksgiving coming soon. Listen, I can't wait till Thanksgiving, yo. I cooked such a hell of a turkey last year. It was amazing. We had some wonderful Big Mac and cheese. We had some nice desserts, some good ham. Man, I can't wait. I can't wait. Y'all got me thinking about Thanksgiving food already. All right, we're back from the commercial break here. Ravens have taken over after the turnover on downs. It's 1st and 10 at the 42. And we've got right in. And this is going to be a handoff up the middle. Nice gap. And that's going to be a huge pickup of 17 yards. First down. First down. 5 times says this isn't the first time we talked about it. Much love. I hope healthy year for all of us. Yes, that is a fact. Lisa says crab cakes are good. Once you try it, you'll be pleasantly surprised. I'm not a big fan. Not a big fan. 1st and 10 after the big pickup here. As Wright's in the backfield. Quick throw out to the flat. He'll catch it this time, makes another big move, and picks up another big gain, and that's going to be a first down. Shout out to Philip White. What up, yo? What's going on with you? Shout out to Richard Sayer for liking the stream on Facebook. I appreciate you. And Wright's getting it going early for these Ravens. 2 big pickups here and another first down. 10 minutes and 24 seconds left in this first quarter. We have motion as Eagles are showing a blitz. 5 seconds on the play clock. Snap is off. Hand off to the left side. That's going to go nowhere. No gain on the run. Second down. Trivia? Yeah, we'll do trivia throughout the season, bro. Thought it out. Get some trivia going for you guys. We're going to do Madden on the 12th, and then we're going to give away 2 copies on the 16th. So that'll be our next giveaway. And then I got some other stuff planned for you guys for some more jerseys, too, once we get started with the regular season. But here we go. 2nd and 10. We have motion as Johnson is back in the shotgun. Calls for an audible. Philly comes with the blitz. Quick throw, batted down, incomplete. And that's going to lead to 3rd and 10. Quick shout out to it's your boy Sam for subscribing. Thanks a lot. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for subscribing. So yeah, that's going to lead to an incomplete, and it'll be 3rd and 10. Shout out to Sir Kiloa. Says, let's go. Football is back. Yes, it is. Tactical in the house. What up, yo? 3rd and 10. Snap is off. Pressure comes. Johnson throws. Batted down at the last second. That's going to be incomplete. And this will lead to 4th down at the Philly 29. So this will most likely lead to a field goal for the Ravens. Maybe they can put up some points. Mr. The Game Revel, what up? What's going on with you? Josh Johnson needs to calm down. It's the nerves. Yeah, he'll get it together. The early jitters. He'll get it together. I need to adjust my screen a little bit. Let me fit that in there. There we go. All right, field goal is up. It is good, and the Ravens will strike first as they get some points on the board. Score is now 3-0 with 9 minutes and 20 seconds left in this first quarter. There we go. Dragon's Lair says, am I supposed to be ashamed of following this channel? Shadow in the house. Incognito. Hello, Luta and JR. Been too long. What up? What's going on with you, Shadow? How you doing? It's been a minute. Let's go. We're at 63 likes, ladies and gentlemen. The next goal is 100. If you have not, make sure that you do hit that like, hit that thumbs up. I do appreciate you guys. We need 36 now. 36 more likes, 36 more thumbs up, and that will get us to that 100. So let's make it happen. Eric says Falcons winning 10-3. Is that Penix out there? Is Penix out there balling? Let me know. I definitely wanted to catch some of his highlights. I'm sure that I will a little bit later, but that's good to hear. That is good to hear. What's the quarterback depth chart in Baltimore? I think they got multiple guys that would be backups. So the depth chart in Baltimore, let me pull it up here while we're on a quick commercial break. All right. Ravens depth chart. Obviously, Lamar, Josh Johnson, who's in now, Devin Leary, and Emory Jones. So there you go. When do the Colts play? I'm assuming this weekend. Pretty sure of it. Shout out to Luta for being a loyal member of the family, holding it down. Still got that TF, the pearly white with the red emerald. Shout out to you, Lucy. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the love. And welcome back. So yeah, after the field goal by the Ravens, scores 3-0, 9 minutes and 20 seconds left in this first quarter, and they will now kick it back to the Eagles. The Chiefs play Sunday. Yeah, Sunday. As Tucker is going to send it back to these Eagles. Like I said, the kickoff's growing on me. I think what bothers me the most is, as the Eagles are going to bring it back to the 25 here, I think that bothers me the most is nobody can run until the ball is caught on the kick return. I think that's what bothers me the most. So it's like, I guess for me, if defenders were able to close out after that ball is kicked, that would make it fun for me. But the fact they got to wait until he catches the ball, okay. 1st and 10 for these Eagles. Snap is off, handoff to the right side. They'll pick up about 4 yards on the carry, and that's going to lead to second down. Amy Evans says, do you know where they're streaming the Cowboys games? I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'll have to look it up. And I will do that because that's what I do. After the next play, I'll give you guys the important games in the schedule for this weekend. Here we go. 2nd and 7. Quick play fake. Throws to the left side now. Nice move. Gets a good gap there as Covey picks up about 6 yards, but that's going to lead to a first down. Jaguars news. What up, yo? What's going on with you? This is Jay. You only need 10. What's that? Yo, you guys. All right, let me get this NFL schedule. As it is 1st and 10 now. As Pickett directing traffic, this is going to be a handoff to Gainwell up the middle. Nice big pickup there, about 7 yards. It'll be 2nd down. So tomorrow, it's going to be, there's a lot. But the most important is going to be probably the Bills, Bears, Browns, Green Bay, Bengals, Tampa Bay, 49ers, Tennessee, Chiefs, Jags, and then Sunday is going to be Denver, Colts, and then Cowboys and the Rams. As there's going to be a pickup of about 3 yards there for the 1st down. Shout out to Tactical says, Jay, they want to make it possible to get a kickoff touchdown. Yeah, I get that it's supposed to benefit offense. I get that. I'm just not a fan. Not a fan. 1st and 10 for these Eagles. 7 minutes left in this first quarter. Eagles at the 35. Snap is off. Handoff to the left side now. They'll pick up about another 3-4 yards. As Shipley tries to get it going. 2nd down. I'm struggling with Shadow and Midge. Oh, you guys are funny, man. So Simpson, hometown Charlotte, 6'3", 240 from Clemson. 15 games played, 7 tackles, 1 sack. Okay. Shout out to Cat Daddy. What up, yo? What's going on with you? 2nd and 8 for these Eagles as Kenny Pickett calls for motion. Pressure comes. Quick throw. This is going to be caught. 1st down. And Eagles trying to get something going. Trying to get something going here again. Hopefully, they don't make any crazy decisions again. Let's move the ball down the field. Try to punch it in. Says Jay, who you going for? I don't have a dog in this game. I'm just having a good time calling it, yo. But as far as the polls go, the polls are telling us Eagles 52%. Big run up the middle here, pick of about 7 yards as Shipley gets it going again. So once again, nice mix of pass, nice mix of run plays. Kenny Pickett looks poised and calm. He's not getting rushed. He's not frazzled out there. He's playing like a veteran should. So let's see if they can punch it in. 2nd and 3. Last year, Trent Simpson Award 30, now 23. Why'd he change it? As this is going to be another handoff to Shipley. And he'll hit that right side, maybe just short of the 1st down. It's going to be, looks like 3rd and maybe inches. Shout out to Immortal. This is TGIF, Wrench Gang, and Jay. Let's go. How's Penix doing? I hear the Falcons are up right now. Nice mix of family members on the chat. Yeah, without a doubt. Shout out to the OGs in the building. So 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2. Handoff for Shipley again, right up the gut. And he'll get 4 yards and pick up the 1st down. So now the Eagles are just going with this run game, trying to wear down this Ravens defense, chipping away at it. Chipping away. Shout out to you, Sirius. Let's go. Yeah, TGIF. It doesn't really feel like a Friday, though. I don't know why. This weather's been crappy, but hey, it is what it is. I know it's like obviously when the weather gets bad, that means it's football season anyway, so I'm not going to complain. But here we go. 7 seconds on the play clock. 1st and 10. Snap is off. Play fake. Throw on the slant. That's going to be caught as Kyle Katera picks up about 7 yards. And it'll be 2nd and 3 at the Baltimore 25. Lisa says, I'm calling pick 6. Well, we'll see. I mean, they went with the run. They're going back to the pass now. Hopefully, Pickett doesn't get careless with the ball. But for the most part, he's been pretty solid. So we'll see. 2nd and 3. 3 minutes and 25 seconds in this first quarter. This is going to be a handoff up the middle. And they'll pick up about another 3 to 4 yards here as Nichols gets it going. First down. Immortal says Penix looks good. He had 2 drives, nice 41-yard touch pass on right sidelines. Falcons up 10-3. Okay. I will check out the highlights after this game. Jaguars News says, Jay, who you think will win instead of the team you're going for? I mean, depending on if Pickett's able to punch it in and not just rely on the run game, I think, Eagles do have the advantage as he gets a nice throw going here. As looks like that's going to be a pickup of about 10 yards first down for the Eagles. Yeah, I think that's one of the things that we're looking at as far as, Pickett, can he actually close out on these drives and get something going that's going to be sustainable? We obviously know that, Hurts is the guy, but if something were to happen to Hurts, can Pickett be the individual to go out there and win a game or two if needed? But here we go, 2nd and 1. Handoff, Shipley up the middle. He'll pick up the first down. And it's now 1st and goal. 1st and goal. Eric says Texans winning 14-0. Well, shout out to Penix. He must be balling. When's the poll for the game tomorrow? We'll put up the poll in the 4th quarter. That is when we'll do the poll. We'll put up the poll in the 4th quarter for you guys. So minute 24 left in the 1st quarter. Eagles are now threatening. 5 seconds on the play clock. Snap is off. Handoff to Shipley up the middle. He'll pick up 4 yards. And this will lead to 2nd and goal. I like cheesesteak without peppers. I love cheesesteak, but I think without the peppers, it's missing some of the flavor. You got to have the peppers in there for the flavor. Sweet peppers, some red peppers. Might even mix it up with some jalapenos. I mean, at least for me, need that extra little flavor and kick in there with the peppers. So here we go. 2nd and goal, 5 seconds on the play clock, and there's going to be a timeout. Timeout called. Father Time says, no matter what, this drive is pretty impressive. It is. It's pretty good. As much as I didn't like them going for it in the first series, I get it. They want to see, what this offense can do. Not only just from a point of, Kenny Pickett, but, can you get through those tough moments when it's 4th down and you need, 3 or 4 yards. So, yeah. Shout out to Ladybug. Let's go. Jacqueline in the house. I'm doing well. How are you? King Lightning says, what up, Jay? Liking the new cut? This cut is not new. But I do thank you. Shout out to Jaguar News says, got to bounce my mom's B-Day. Oh, happy birthday to your mom. Happy birthday to Jaguars News mom. Queso cheese or provolone cheese on cheesesteak sandwich. Give me pepper jack, yo. And if not pepper jack, then obviously provolone. But there you go. Jacob says, I need Philly to kick the Ravens. I'm not sure we going to see that. I'm not sure. Put ranch on that cheesesteak, Jay. Stop it. We're in a quick timeout commercial break, and Father Time is trying to make me mad. We put ranch on salads and salads only. That is it. We're in a quick timeout commercial break. 35 seconds left in this first quarter. All right, so yeah, I mean, at this point, I'm expecting the Eagles to punch this thing in. It'll probably be a running play. I don't think they're going to make Pickett risk it on a pass. If they do, it'll probably be on a slant play or something like that. But for the most part, the run's been working. It's been wearing down this Ravens defense. So I think that's where they're going to be consistent at and just keep that going and try and punch it in. For sure. Shout out to Leonardo Perez for liking the stream on Facebook. I do appreciate you. If you are watching on Facebook, make sure that you do also share the stream with your friends and family and subscribe to the channel. Here we go. 2nd and goal. As Pickett's under center, we have motion. Shipley in the backfield. Snap is off. Play fake. Throws right. Caught. Touchdown. Shipley. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Touchdown for these Eagles. They punch it in. Shipley for 7 yards. And it'll be 7 points, pinning the extra point for these Eagles. It says, all good, been busy with work at the nursing home. Let's go. Shout out to you. Taking care of the people. Jacqueline holding it down. It says good drive. Shipley is going to be a player. Yeah, from what I'm seeing, he's tough to bring down. Ooh, they missed the kick. Wow. All right, so you missed the chip shot, extra point, and now it's 6-3. That's not what you want to see out of your kicker. Not at all. So score 6-3, 30 seconds left in this first quarter. And just when you have something going really good, that was a really good drive, it gets ended by some garbage like missing the extra point. So there you go. This is Lisa's, oh no, that's what I was afraid of, Jay. 6-3 Philly. Come on now. I know what you're expecting, Lisa. I know what you're expecting. We're on a timeout. Commercial break. Score is 6-3 after the 7-yard touchdown by Shipley. Eagles did miss the extra point. It is now 30 seconds left in the first quarter. And we're in a timeout. Commercial break. So there you go. Bad kicker. Listen, you don't miss the chip shot, yo. You just can't do it. So unfortunately, I think they give him a good, couple. But once it becomes a consistent thing and you can't hit those, it's probably time to go and you're in the chopping block. So there you go. As far as the votes, though, we have 51% for these Eagles for the win. And then also for the likes, we're currently at 80. So shout out to you guys for making it happen. We need 20 more likes, 20 more thumbs up to get to that 100 mark. So if you have not, make sure that you do hit that like, hit that thumbs up, and we'll get that 100 as we get to this commercial break. So yeah, as far as, did anybody notice the score yesterday between the Lions game? Did you guys notice that? 3-17. Was it 3-17, 3-14? Anybody else notice that? It was kind of crazy. I'm like, why would the scores be like this close? I don't know, kind of weird. I ain't saying nothing. I was just looking at numbers, that's all. That's all I was doing. Shout out to Leslie. Says, is this the first preseason game? No, this is our third. All right, so kickoff back to the Ravens after the touchdown by these Eagles. Nice run up the middle. Ball comes out, and this is going to be a fumble recovered by the Eagles. Wow. So Ali came out strong, had a nice run. He got to about the 40 and dropped the ball, but it looks like they may say he was down by contact. And that was, yeah, his elbow came down. All right, so yeah, it's still Ravens ball. That could have been a disaster. You got to work on that ball control, Ali. Got to work on that ball control. So Ravens will keep possession after what could have been a disaster. So here we go. 1st and 10 for these Ravens as they take over now at the 35. We have motion. Johnson takes a snap, handoff up the middle. And that's going to be a pick of about 5 yards on the carry. As Wright gets going, 2nd and 5. Shout out to Lisa says, I won't tolerate fumbles. I'd imagine that's what Harbaugh's saying right now. So there you go. Score is 6-3. That's going to take us to the end of the first quarter. Ravens do have the ball at their 41. It's going to be 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. Shout out to Craig Durbin. What up, man? What's going on with you? Shout out to Dustin. Says another season with Jay Reezy. Let's go. Let's go. Shadow says, I love the big screen, but I'm going to have to switch back over to my posted stamp. The keyboard works much better. Where are we at here? Oh, I got to rewind. There we go. Shout out to Mike Burchin. What up, man? What's going on with you? Craig, good to see you too, man. We back. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. So, yeah, end of the first quarter. Very good on both sides, to be honest. I'm not really mad. Ravens came down, did great. You know, Johnson did have some jitters and everything like that, but, you know, he got it together, put the Ravens in a good opportunity to score, which they did. Which, I mean, 3 points, hey, it is what it is. Put some points on the board. Better than what we seen yesterday for a while, for sure. And then as far as the Eagles, right, Kenny Pickett, calm, cool, under pressure, found a way to move the ball. Obviously, they decided to go for it in a 4th down situation. Didn't get it. Ravens took over, which led to that field goal. Then the Eagles got it back. Kenny Pickett with a mix of good passing, working on the run game, trying to wear down that Ravens defense, which is capped off by a 7-yard pass to the end zone for a touchdown. So there you go. Not bad. Not bad at all. TKW says, Jay, how do you get the thing that shows the score and where that's at? ESPN, bro. ESPN. I've been a Ravens fan since 96. I refuse to turn my back on them. Why would you do that? Why would you turn your back on your team? You're not supposed to do that. You know how this goes. Shout out to David. What up? David in the house. All right, so yeah, we're getting ready for the second quarter. Good game so far. But yeah, I'm liking it. Michael Penix, 9 of 16, 104 yards. Okay. I like it. No touchdowns, but no interceptions either. So, you know, can't get mad about it. We're at 89 likes, you guys. 90 now. We need 10 more to get to that 100. So let's make it happen as we start this second quarter. And here we go. Ravens have the ball. 1st and 10. And this is going to be a nice catch here. Big pickup as they get it going to Wallace for 7 yards. Beautiful. Beautiful. Shout out to Patty. Let's go, Patty in the house. Paramount is expensive enough. Listen, it's definitely expensive. All these all these streaming networks, it's kind of crazy. But here we go, 1st and 10. As Wright motions to the left side, Johnson takes a snap, quick throw, a little high, gets tipped, but he gets it off, and it will be caught for roughly 6 yards. 2nd down. Group hugs. Shout out to Patty says, whose birthday here is a gift? Jaguar News' mom. It's his birthday, or her birthday. His mom's birthday. There you go. 2nd and 2 for these Ravens as Johnson calls for another motion right now to the right side, and that's going to lead to a jump on the offensive line. False start. False start. Kirk Cousins in street clothes, as he should be, right? He's got paid all that money. He's got to be comfortable out there on the field. Let the rookies get some work in. We'll see him probably week 4 preseason. Says, I'm driving myself crazy. I'm listening to Jay on delay while I'm on another device. I got to turn one of them off. Listen, turn that other device off. 2nd and 7. Here we go. Snap is off. Pressure comes. Johnson throws deep. And that's going to be a sliding catch to the ground. Big pickup for Wallace. Nice first down. Ravens moving the ball. Craig says, move forward just like the chains on the field. That's how you got to do it. That's how you got to do it. That was a nice catch by Wallace. Nice little sliding catch. Handoff here up the middle. Pickup of 2 yards, it looks like, for Wright. 2nd down. 13 minutes as we approach the 13-minute mark in the second quarter. Tylan Wallace, right? We really didn't see a lot of him last year, but hopefully we'll get to see what he can do, and maybe he can be an asset moving forward to this Ravens team on a higher level. But here we go, 2nd and 8. Snap is off, pressure comes. Johnson steps up. He's going to be on the run here as he'll sneak for the first down, and there it is. Or first down. Shout out to Timeless. Father Time. Yeah, so that was actually to the first and goal. So very nice run, very good decision-making by Johnson there on the scramble and hitting that edge. And the Ravens have a 1st and goal. Craig says, you can't make everyone happy. No, you can't. You cannot. So 1st and goal, 7 seconds on the play clock. Snap is off, and this will be a handoff up the middle, 5 yards in the carry. 5 yards. So, not too of a fast-paced game. Definitely Ravens are playing at their own pace, which is a good thing. It gives Johnson the opportunity to really adjust, gain some confidence, gain some momentum, get things going. And, for the most part, he's been pretty good. 2nd and goal. As we have motion to the right side, snap is off. Johnson looks around, throws end zone, broken up, incomplete. And that's going to lead to 3rd and goal. Try to get it to Kirkwood, but a good Eagles defense broke up that pass. 3rd and goal. This is I just don't yield. People I care about are important, and the important earn it some way, somehow. Shout out to you, Father Time. We know that. Without a doubt. Father Time showing the love. 3rd and goal. Johnson's going to step up, and he gets taken down after picking up about another 4 yards. It will be 4th and goal at the 2. And obviously, you're just going to kick the field goal here and tie this thing up. So there you go. There you go. Now, this is why hitting that extra point was important for the Eagles, and they missed it, and it'll be a tie ball game. At least this is how I would love a touchdown. It's 2 yards. They're not going to go for it. They're just going to tie it up, which I kind of don't agree with it. Should have went for it, but here we go. So kick is up. It is good, and we're tied at 6 apiece with 10 minutes and 30 seconds left in this second quarter. So, yeah. I mean, 4th and 4, 4th and 5, go ahead and kick it. Right? I get it. 4th and 2, give it to your running back. Or, if Johnson's feeling it, you think he can do it, let him run it in. Get the touchdown. Show some heart. Show these guys that you believe in them at the 2-yard line. At the 2-yard line, it's like, you don't think we can get 2 yards for the score? It's crazy. Quick timeout, commercial break. Says Johnson usually runs it in on fourth down. I mean, like I said, it's 2 yards. It's preseason. Go for it, right? It's not the playoffs, right? It's preseason. It's 2 yards. You know, allow these guys to obviously get those legs moving. You know, show their strengths, show their weaknesses. You know, let them see if they're capable to have, you know, a dog in the fight to make those kind of plays. It's 2 yards. But I think at the same time, they see it as more of an opportunity to just tie it up because the Eagles missed the field goal. So from a coaching perspective, I definitely see why it makes sense. But at the same time, it's 2 yards. Figure it out. Punch it in. Shout out to Glove Bros. What up? What's going on with you? Says, go Birds. Birds fans in the building. We're now at 53% on the poll for the Eagles for the win. So there you go. After the field goal, Ravens will kick it back to the Eagles. 10 minutes and 30 seconds left in this second quarter. Kick is off. And this will be taken from the end zone. And Eagles are going to go down to about the 25, and that's where they'll start, 1st and 10. Myrtle says Texans 17, Steelers 0. Wow. Who's been out there for the Steelers? Has it been Fields or Russell? Shout out to Christopher Jones for liking the stream on Facebook. Thanks a lot, man. I do appreciate you guys for the support. Make sure that you also do share the stream on Facebook as well. Thank you guys. Who's quarterbacking right now for the Steelers? Or has it been a mix? Let me know. So 1st and 10 now for these Eagles as Pickett takes a snap. He's going to step up and he didn't really look down the field to make a play. He just kept his head down, ran with the ball, maybe got a couple yards on the play. 2nd down. You don't believe you can get 2 yards? A little Jay, right? Like, come on now, 2 yards. That's what I'm saying. Laugh with Court says, hey, honestly, Jay, do you think there'll be overtime? Honestly, I think when you ask me those questions, you shouldn't have the word honestly in the beginning. This is going to be a handoff here for 7 yards to the left side for the Eagles. And that's going to lead to 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2. Tank Dell bringing it back strong. Okay. TKW says, it's been a hard week, Jay. Started 8th grade in my 2nd year of playing football, and I have a test next week. Man, 8th grade. You just took me way back, bro. All I can say is this. Stay focused, young man. Stay in your books. Keep training. And you'll do just fine. Don't let the outside distractions get in. And stay out the world, man. You stay out the world, you'll do better, and you'll do exactly what you need to do to be successful. Shout out to you. Shout out to all the kids who have started school back. 8th grade. He just reminded me of how old I was for a minute. But here we go. 4th and 1. These Eagles are going to go for it. And I don't think they got it. Oof. This is going to be tight. I'm not sure if they got it, and I think it's going to be Eagles ball. Or Ravens ball, I apologize. How terrible is this? The number 1 team who was so well-versed in the tush push can't get it going with Kenny Pickett. And the Ravens, it looks like, may have it. Let's see what they call it here. It's very close. All right, so it looks like they did give it to him. It's going to be 1st and 10 Eagles. All right, here we go. Snap is off. Pickett drops back in trouble, steps up on the move, and he's just going to slide for a couple, but there is a flag down. Shout out to you, Glove Rose. Tyson says Baltimore best run game next season. I mean, we've seen some good running, but I don't know if it's going to be the best. We got to see what Henry's really going to do, and you know, that combination of Lamar, especially with this offensive line. We got to see exactly what's going to happen week 1, week 2, you know, before we start drawing some kind of identity for this squad. But after the penalty, it's going to be 1st and 20. And here we go. 7 seconds on the play clock. Quick throw out to the left side on the screen. This is going to be a busted play here. And it looks like it may be a gain of about 3 yards. 3rd and 17. Says TKW says, me and the O-line going to cook this year. We went 0-8 first year because a quarterback was bad. We get a new roster. We're going to do great. Oh, and let's go Ravens. Shout out to you, TKW. Good job, man. Hopefully you guys do better. A quarterback can definitely make or break a season for sure. So hopefully you guys have figured it out. But here we go. 5 seconds on the play clock. 6 minutes and 34 seconds left in the second quarter. Pickett takes a snap. Pressure comes. He rolls out to the right side and just throws it away. Incomplete. Mesh Yourself fan page says, my team always makes it to the playoffs, but another school always beats us 120-25. What? I hope you're exaggerating. Do you know how insane that sounds? Y'all need to let Jay come out there and coach y'all. Yo, if y'all losing 125-25, petition for Jay to be flown out so he can get y'all boys in shape. There's no reason y'all losing by that many points and allowing that many points to happen. We got to talk to the coach. Pickett throws here. That's going to be caught. Nice pickup, but it's going to be well short. It'll be 4th and 7 at the Philly 39, and this will, without a doubt, lead to a punt. Shout out to Dustin. Says, down with the Chiefs. Take them out of here. Oh man, yeah, that's crazy. That's way too many points, for sure. So after the catch there, it'll be 4th and 7. Eagles will punt to the Ravens with 5 minutes and 45 seconds left in this second quarter. Kick is off. And Ravens will take it from the 14, get some space, tries to hit that left side, but gets wrapped up pretty fast. They'll start at the 20, 1st and 10. 1st and 10. Yeah, you guys. Down with the Chiefs. No, listen, all jokes aside, I think the Chiefs are definitely going to be a force, considering the pickups that not only they have in that's going to be assets, but giving Patrick Mahomes 2 additional weapons with speed definitely opens up the playbook and opens things up as far as, what Andy Reid can do down the field and the distractions it's going to create. The Chiefs are definitely going to be a nightmare for a lot of these defensive coordinators. Shout out to Lamont Mullins for becoming a member of the family. I do appreciate you. Thank you for joining the family. Welcome. And I do thank you for the support. But yeah, I mean, as far as the Chiefs, as we get to this quick timeout, I think at this point, the biggest problem is going to be trying to figure out how you're going to cover Travis Kelce, Hollywood Brown, Pacheco. There's, and then even if you got all them covered, you're going to be in a situation to leave Patrick Mahomes unattended to, and we know that he can run for 13, 14, 15 yards and pick up huge gains. So we're going to have to see, what these teams can do and how they're going to be able to stop those, those opportunities. But with that said, we're in the second quarter here. It's tied up 6 6, and Baltimore has the ball. Dustin says they're going to be a contender. That's cool, but take them out. Well, they're more than a contender. They are the Super Bowl champions. Who falls from fame this season, Taylor or Travis? I mean, all kidding aside, I think Travis would fall from fame way before Taylor would. She's got a cult-like following. We know that. All right, here we go. 5:34 on the clock, 1st and 10 for these Ravens. Johnson directing traffic. Eagles showing the blitz. They bring 4 as Johnson is just going to have to throw this away. Incomplete. 2nd down. Dustin says, let's see Bo Nix get Denver going. Oregon boy, I'm excited to see how he does. Yeah, he has been a discussion that we've been having for the last few weeks, as it looks like there's going to be a holding call here on the Eagles. That's going to be a 1st down for the Ravens. Bo Nix, especially considering everything that, Sean Payton is going to try to put together with that team. He could be a breath of fresh air, and he could be what Denver needs, but there's going to be a lot of work that needs to be done for sure. As we have motion, Johnson under center. This will be a handoff up the middle, pickup of about 4 yards. As Wright gets it going, it'll be 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. Nick says, how many rookie quarterback games you going to do? So between obviously yesterday and today, Saturday and Sunday, we're doing 1 game a day. And then we'll do that well into the regular season before we switch it up on Sundays and do 2 game Sundays again. Here we go, 2nd and 7. Johnson, quick throw, and that's going to be a little low. I think he caught it, though. And that's going to be Ryan on the catch. Wow. That ball was thrown pretty low, but Ryan was able to scoop it up at the last second. And I'm not sure. Did they hit the ground? They're probably going to challenge this. I think it hit the ground. They try to hit him with the hurry up, but they're going to review this. For sure. Lisa says, I'm sick and tired of Swifty. I mean, there's a lot of people that are. But she definitely has her following for sure. So yeah, they're gonna review this play. It looks like it hit the ground. I think this is gonna be ruled incomplete for sure. Ruled incomplete for sure. 4 minutes and 50 seconds left in this second quarter. It's 3rd and 1 currently. Baltimore has the ball. The last catch is under review. It looks like it did hit the ground, and this may be reversed. So there you go. Dustin says she just gets promotion every game, and it seems to be a Swifty game instead of a football game. Yeah. I mean, Kansas City has kind of made her like their mascot, right? Which is kind of weird to say, but you understand why I'm saying it. They've kind of like made her the mascot of the team because obviously she brings in money, and then obviously, she's brought in a whole new fan base. So, yeah, could they cut down on showing her face every 2 seconds? Can they cut down on, showing the friends in the box and making it such a spectacle of the game? Sure, but you can't deny that her bringing $400 million of revenue in, doesn't change things as far as how they're gonna, handle it moving forward for sure. For sure. Shout out to Krieger Bailey. What up, man? All the way from Jamaica in the building. Let's go. Magus in the house. Philly in the building. What's up, Magus? Listen, I have been calling an evenly killed game. We are on a clean slate this year, so I hope you don't have any bad blood for your boy Jay, because like I said, we're starting off with a clean slate for the Philly fans. I'm not mad at y'all. I don't want y'all to be mad at me. There we go. So, yeah, it was reversed. They ruled it incomplete, and there you go. So it was ruled incomplete, and it's going to be 3rd and 7. Mesh yourself says, think the 49ers will make it back to the Super Bowl. Too early to tell. We got to see if Brock Purdy is going to be, if he's going to be what he has been. We've seen players who come in from time to time. They want to get a good paycheck, so they put in the work. They do show up, then they get the check, and then they fall off. So we'll see. Here we go. 3rd and 7, and we got a flag. We have a flag, and this is going to be on the defense, actually. So the Ravens will basically get the play back, and it'll be 3rd and 2. Krieger says, Jade, no Stephon Diggs. Panic mode for Josh Allen? Nah, he's good. I think people are okay with Diggs being gone, and especially Allen. I think he said that in the press conference that, he respects Stephon Diggs, but it was just time to move on. So, I think he'll be fine. I think they'll figure it out. Here we go, 3rd and 2. As we have motion, 5 seconds on the play clock. Snap is off. Johnson drops back in trouble. Steps up now, and he is going to get wrapped up at the last second. And it's going to be for no gain. It'll be 4th and 2, and the Ravens will punt. Shout out to June, says International Space Station. We love you up here, Jay. Well, shout out to the International Space Station. I appreciate y'all for doing all the stuff that nobody else can do out there in space. Venture Sells says, I'm a 49ers fan, and I think Brock will look good with the ring. Listen, I respect the kid. I really do. But, to beat a man, you got to beat the man. So if he can do it, he's going to have to show it on the field. Eagles will get the ball back. Nice spin move. Gets out of it, still on his feet, and finally gets tripped up. And these Eagles will start at the 37, 1st and 10. 1st and 10. Says Coleman from FSU is way better. Well, I'm not going to say way better now. I'm going to keep things realistic. We got to see, Keon Coleman in action. I respect, Stephon Diggs' talent. And I think Keon Coleman is going to be good. But, Diggs had a different way about him. He was very shifty. He had good hands when he wanted to play, and when he did want to play, he was very difficult to stop. So we'll have to see if Keon Coleman has the same kind of work ethic. But quick throw here. That's going to be incomplete. 2nd and 10 for the Eagles. Shout out to you, Craig. Yeah, man. You already know. Eagles at 53% for the win in the poll. Eagles fans showing up. 3:52 on the clock in the second quarter. It's now 2nd and 10 for Kenny Pickett and company, as he is directing traffic. Snap is off. Pressure comes. 5-man rush. Deep throw, and that's going to be knocked out of bounds, incomplete. Good defense from Wiggins. He's been on fire tonight. He's been knocking balls down. He's been roughing these guys up. He's been kicking ass for sure. So shout out to Wiggins for showing up for this Ravens defense. Sean says, I told you we should have got rid of Diggs. Listen, I told y'all. I made a video about, for those who remember, I made the Stephon Diggs video midway through last season as Pickett goes down. What a sack from Williams. This Ravens defense is starting to show out. That's going to be a loss of 10 yards. It'll be 4th and 20 now, pushing the Eagles back to the 27, and they will punt back to the Ravens. Jaguar News, shout out to you, yo. Major says, keep that same energy. The Eagles won, but we coming, bro. We coming. Listen, Majors, like I said, I'm trying to go out on a clean slate with y'all. It's a new season, but you want to pull me back by coming in here with that, wait till you see what we do. We heard it last year. I told y'all what was going to happen, and it happened. So we just going to have some fun this time. We just going to have some fun, and we're going to grow from last year. We're not going to do what we did last year. Do you know how many people was mad at me? If you go back, I got to get this out because Eagles are punting right now. If you go back and you look at the post on Facebook, it had 15,000 comments. I'm probably exaggerating, but it was more realistically right around like 10,000 comments. So many of these Eagles fans called me out my name, said I was wrong, said I didn't know ball. I didn't know what I was talking about. They would never lose 4 games in a row. Who are they going to lose it to? I'm getting tagged left and right. But then it happened. It happened. And I had to go back. And I commented on every one of them damn posts after it happened. And that's why they're still mad at me right now. So here we go. 1st and 10 for these Ravens as Johnson's going to dump this off. That's going to turn into an incomplete 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Shout out to you, Nick. You know, bro. You know how we do. You know. I'm definitely excited to see Derrick Henry and this Lamar combo this year. Hopefully, they're able to make some magic happen for sure. Definitely excited to see it. 2nd and 10 for Johnson now. Takes a snap. Pressure comes, and this is going to be thrown incomplete. Pressure was coming. He had to get rid of it. And it's going to be 3rd and 10. Says, I might not be able to watch tomorrow's stream if it's colliding with the Jags game because I'll watch the Jags game. No problem, bro. A lot of people switch back and forth. That's how we do here. Father Time says, ain't nobody mad. Jay, preach. I'll take the timeout. We good, Father Time. We going to let that one slide. we going to let that one slide. 3rd and 10 for these Ravens. This is going to be a handoff up the middle. Nice little run there. As they'll pick up about 7-8 as Wright gets it going. It will be 4th and 3. And that's going to take us all the way down to the 2-minute warning, ladies and gentlemen. 2-minute warning. Major says, Jay, petty reason. Listen, I don't like to be petty. But sometimes when I'm just forced in that box, that's what happens, right? I don't start this stuff. I just finish it. That's all. I don't start it. I just finish it. That's all. Craig says, if anyone should have a wrench, might be Father. So Father Time does have a wrench. It's just invisible. Those who know, and those who don't know, Father Time does have a wrench. It's just invisible. He's an honorary member who doesn't want to take the award. That's what it is. Father Time's definitely an OG. Definitely an OG. With that said, we're in a quick timeout commercial break. We're at the 2-minute warning, y'all. 2-minute warning. Yeah, so like I said, I'm not petty, but when the time comes and I got to stand on business, because y'all know I stands on business, I stand on business. You know that. But, mate, it's all love for you. You one of my favorite Eagles fans. You one of my favorite, without a doubt. Jack says, are you also streaming on Discord? What does that mean? Can I stream on Discord? Like, could I stream this exact setup on Discord? Is that a thing? Let me know. Because I didn't know if you could do that or not. Because it's always just been YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. So you can stream on Discord? Really? I'm going to have to check into that. Yeah, I'll check into that after the game. Yeah, I'm multi-streaming right now. We on Facebook, Twitter, and of course YouTube. But I didn't know you can multi-stream on Discord. Yeah, I didn't know that. But shout out to you. Thank you for letting me know. As far as the poll goes, though, we're at 54% for the Eagles, holding it down for the dub. And we are currently at 102 likes. Ladies and gentlemen, the next goal is going to be 125. So make sure you hit that like, hit that thumbs up. Shout out to you, Mages. Much love you. Lots of people stream Discord, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook. Yeah. Like I said, I haven't used Discord for streaming yet. I got to see if it's available too in Streamlabs because I don't know. It says you're not streaming Roblox. Yes, I am not streaming Roblox. That is a fact. That is a fact. All right, so yeah, we're in the 2-minute warning. Ravens are obviously going to be punting this. It's 4th and 3 at their 35. So the Eagles will have 2 minutes to do something with it. They'll have 2 minutes to do something, and we shall see how it goes after this commercial break. But yeah, I am interested to see how that would work as far as Discord. Because even with Discord, you already have to have like that platform built up before it even really makes sense to stream over there. But as for having everything set up here, it's been pretty good. It's pretty good. I enjoy it. So Ravens will go ahead and punt back to the Eagles. And they're going to go out of bounds after catching it at about the 17. So there you go. 1st and 10 Eagles. Roblox kids get cereal and that stuff, Captain Crunch. Listen, I watched a mini documentary earlier in regards to the iPad kids. Yo. Y'all got to check it out. It's crazy. It's crazy. Much love to the iPad kids, but it's crazy. Without a doubt. It's wild. Here we go. 1st and 10. Snap is off. Pressure comes. Pickett throws. That's going to be caught. Nice little gain here of about 6 or 7. It'll be 2nd down. You'll have to talk to the person that presented it. Okay. 2nd and 5. Snap is off. Pickett on the move. Steps up. Throws. And that's going to be caught again. And this will be a 1st down. DJ Gene, what up, yo? Says, who do you think the Chiefs will be playing in the Super Bowl? Wow. Just skipping right to it, huh? Skipping right to it. If, and that's a big if, as Pickett goes deeper, that should be a flag. That's going to be pass interference on the Ravens. If the Chiefs do make it to the Super Bowl, and like I said, it's a big if, I think it could be maybe a repeat or the Lions. But I don't think we're going to see a repeat. So there you go. There you go. Craig says, can we get to Christmas before we start counting on KC in the Super Bowl? Right? That's what I'm saying. We're not even through preseason yet. People are talking about Super Bowl. It's crazy. I'm trying to enjoy that football is back and people are already trying to talk about something that happens in February of 25. It's crazy. It's like, yo, I know that it's August and we're in the first week of preseason, but How do you feel about the Bills and the Super Bowl? Like what? Yo, we got so much football. It's crazy. We got to get there, yo. 2nd and 10 after the incomplete to Wilson. As Bob's in the house. What up, Bob? Shout out to you, bro. Snap is off. Pressure comes. High throw, almost picked off. And this will lead to 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10 for these Eagles. 59 seconds on the clock before we go to halftime. And you would think that the Eagles would want to take advantage of this and put some points on the board before the half. I mean, you would think so, right? You would think so. So start taking Super Bowl bets. I mean, I get it. I've seen people were taking bets as far as for like, the yards and, rookie of the year and all that kind of stuff. But it's just too early. It's too early. As Pickett's going to roll to the right side, looks around and just dumps it off to the tight end. And they'll get out of bounds. Stops the clock at 51 seconds. I guess the Jags season record, my guess, 11-5. Okay. I mean, I think at the end of the day, you're dealing with the quarterback who, when he's on, and when he's not, he's not. And so there's no in between for Lawrence, right? He doesn't have a game where it's like he can bounce back. It's either all bad or it's all good. And I think that's going to be, what gets exposed this year. So we'll see. How many Taylor Swift appearances? Yeah. I have no idea. No idea. 51 seconds in this second quarter. And Eagles have the ball. Eagles have the ball. But yeah, like I said, for the most part, I think it's one of those, situations where you got to obviously get through preseason, know who's going to do what, know who's starting. We don't even know who's truly starting yet, right? These guys are out here fighting for jobs right now. We're already talking about the Super Bowl. Let's relax. Let's enjoy these preseason games. Oh man. All right. So they're obviously going to go for it here on this 4th and 4 as Pickett's directing motion. Shipley in the backfield. 8 seconds on the play clock. Ravens showing the blitz. As they're just going to run this thing down and then take the delay. So they'll run it down, take the delay, and then they're going to punt. There you go. Craig says, I count my blessings. Would rather see Swift than someone like Miley. What? I don't know. Could you imagine if Miley Cyrus was in the position of Taylor Swift right now, and that's who was in the press box or in the club seats? What? That's kind of crazy. Eagles are going to go ahead and punt now. Send it back to the Ravens with 42 seconds. And we'll see if the Ravens try to put something up before it's all said and done in this first half. Nope. Slips up. Goes down to 12. He's upset. He's mad. Williams, you tripped up yourself, my friend. What are you going to do? Craig says, I would tune out. Stop it. You're not going to stop watching because Miley Cyrus is at in the Chiefs club seats. I came in like a wrecking ball. 42 seconds left in the second quarter. And the Ravens have the ball. This is going to be a play fake as Johnson rolls out, steps up, throws deep. This is going to be dropped at the last second, and that'll be incomplete. 2nd and 10. 35 seconds on the clock. Lutz says, game would be off at my house. Listen, Miley Cyrus would grow on y'all just like Taylor Swift did. Y'all would love it. Y'all would sit through it, and y'all would be complaining just like you are for Taylor Swift. It would just be Miley Cyrus. 2nd and 10 for these Ravens. Snap is off. Johnson going deep again. Little high, incomplete, broken up. And that's going to lead to 3rd down. It will be handled when it gets handled. Yeah. You know my rules. Hey, I mean, it is what it is. All right, so we got one more play here. It looks like 3rd and 10. And Johnson's trying to go deep, but nobody's open. Good defense from the Eagles. They're keeping everybody locked up. So they're just going to go ahead and hand this thing off. Get a little run for about 2-3 yards. And let the clock roll out. Roll out. No, I'm going to take a timeout. Okay. Shout out to D's. Says, I'm hoping Ravens with Lamar and the new Henry. Listen, I'm excited for it. Like I said, I'm excited for it. Quick shout out to D's for subscribing. Thanks a lot, man. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for subscribing. DJ Jean says, Travis Kelce looks creepy without his beard. There, I said it. Yo, I'm not going to get into it. I'm not. But it is kind of wild, yo. Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. Ravens are going to go ahead and punt as we take it into the half. This is really slowed way down from the great offense we were witnessing in the first quarter. Both teams still locked in at 6 apiece, and you would think somebody would play with a little bit of urgency. And Eagles are going to go down here with 15 seconds on the clock. So I'm thinking one more big play, and that'll take us to the half. Shout out to D's. Thanks a lot, man. I appreciate you, bro. Who's your favorite player on the Jags and the Bills? I mean, well, it's the same player, Gabe Davis, who you should be thanking the Bills for, because you're getting yourself a quality wide receiver. The real question is Trevor going to be able to get him the deep ball? Because he's going to be upset if he can't get that ball to him like he was catching it for Allen. But here we go, 1st and 10. Let's see if Pickett airs it out here. No, there's going to be a timeout. So Baltimore is going to use the timeout, and that'll stop the clock at 13 seconds. Quick question. Who do you think will win, Jay? I mean, right now, it's went from an offensive game to a defensive game. And I think, to be honest, the Ravens have the advantage. So I think I'm going to go Ravens. I think if I have to choose, I'm going to go Ravens. So there you have it. And with that said, we're at halftime, ladies and gentlemen. Halftime, score is 6-6. Hopefully we get, some of this energy back, some of this, really good offense that we had in the first quarter back in this second half. But we got a tie ball game. So I'm going to grab some food, some beverage, get rehydrated, and I'll be back for the second half. right. As we get back to it, everybody. Second half, preseason football, Eagles, Ravens. And here we go. Ravens will start with the ball. They're taking it here from the 3. Get some good space. Try to get a block, but goes down at about the 27. And that's where the Ravens will start, 1st and 10. Shout out to you, Craig. Says sunburnt and sick. What happened, yo? That doesn't sound good. All right, so as we start this third quarter, I'm hoping that we do see a little more action, right? Devin Leary is in now at quarterback, the rookie out of Kentucky. And here we go, 1st and 10 as Leary is under center. Motions to tight end. Snap is off. And it's going to be a handoff to the left side, pickup of about 3, maybe 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. 2nd down. So, yeah, this is good. You know, we get to see what Leary can do. I didn't really get to see much tape out of him from Kentucky, so this will be the first time I'm actually seeing what he has got. Has anybody seen Leary or watched him play at Kentucky? Drop it in the chat. Let me know. Here we go. 2nd and 7. Play fake, quick throw, and defense closes out very fast, as that's going to be a loss of about a yard. 3rd and 9. 3rd and 9. 5 times. Don't worry about it, Jay. Got a couple real people holding down the house. Oh, without a doubt. You guys have the keys. For sure. Let's go. 39 for these Ravens as Leary's having a tough start at it and starting the second half as we have motion. Leary's directing traffic, 5 seconds on the play clock. Snap is off. Eagles bring 4, deep throw to nobody. And this may be a flag. We'll see what they do here, but either way, it's incomplete, but they're just going to swap everybody out. So this will lead to a punt. 3 and out. 3 and out. Eagles still holding on the polls at 53%, and they will be getting the ball back after Leary was not able to do much on offense. So punt is off. And this is going to go out of bounds here at about the 41, 1st and 10 for the Eagles. Eric says Dolphins winning 17-13 and Texans winning 20-12. Okay. Michael says I'm more of a Wolverine and Aggie fan. Yeah, has anybody watched Devin Leary in Kentucky? I have not, unfortunately. Any Kentucky fans in the house? Is anybody out there? 1st and 10, here we go. Eagles up as Pickett's just going to keep it on the run, picks up maybe a yard. It'll now be 2nd and 9. And, you know, the really unfortunate thing is obviously the Ravens have swapped out quarterbacks, and you would think that the Eagles would do the same thing, but Pickett's still in there. So we'll get some more second half action out of Pickett. So 2nd and 9. As receiver adjusts to the line here, this is going to be a handoff to the right side. Gets a nice gap. And this will be a pickup of 3 yards for Nichols. 3rd and 6. 3rd and 6. Luther says, nope, I went to sleep. I ain't going to front. Before I started streaming this, I took a nice little nap. It's been a long week, but definitely had a long Friday. A lot of business and customer service stuff that I had to handle. 3rd and 6, 7 seconds on the play clock. Pickett throws it out to the flat, and they will wrap up Nichols immediately, loss of a yard. And this will lead to 4th and 7 and another punt. We are now on to the punt fest, ladies and gentlemen. Eric says, for anyone that wants to quit, watch Cat Eye's Stephen King movie. Okay. If a movie is able to make you quit something, that's crazy. So the Eagles will punt as there are adjustments being made. Snap is off. Kick is up. And this is going to be down at about the 10. So there you go. Ravens taking over at their 10. 11 minutes and 15 seconds left in this third quarter. We got ourselves a tie game. Tie game. Shout out to you, Patty. This is not what I expected offensively. We've had a field goal, a touchdown, missed extra point, and another field goal. That is all the scoring that we have had. So tie ball game. Timeout, commercial break. Bob says if I had 3 and left leg. Wow, Bob, that's terrible to hear, but I'm glad that you're okay. I know that you went through some things last year, and we were definitely all here praying for you, and glad that you're still here with us, and hope that you're taking care of yourself, my friend. DJ Jean says Lost Boys made me quit thinking that garlic works against vampires. Shout out to you, Jaguars. We're in a timeout commercial break. You guys are having probably one of the best conversations I've seen in a while, for sure. For sure. As far as the votes go, though, we're at 53% for the Eagles, still holding it down out of 235 votes. As for the likes, what are we at? Come on. There we go. 107 likes. Like I said, the next goal is 125. So if you have not, make sure that you do hit that like, that thumbs up. I do appreciate you guys. I think last year, Bob, you said you had to hop out. You had something going on, and you said you weren't feeling good. Everyone was hitting you up in the chat, telling you to call the doctor, bro. I don't forget anything, my friend. I don't forget anything. Shout out to Priscilla in the building. What's up, Priscilla? Shout out to you. Michael says it's preseason at his finest. No high scoring, 3 and outs, second and third strings battling. Right, but we want to see some more offense. I think I'm not asking for too much. There's going to be a run up the middle here from Ali for 3 yards. That'll get them to 2nd and 7. Ball's at the 13. Yeah. But we don't forget, man. I know I don't. But we don't forget. Says, your kids in school yet? Yet I'm in the 6th grade. Shout out to you, Jaguar News. And congrats for starting a new year. Make sure you stay focused. Get your work done. Stay out of trouble. And enjoy football. Lucy says, Jay, have you heard from Mr. Tucker? I have. He was in here yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. But that at last incomplete here is going to lead to a 4th and 4, unfortunately, for these Ravens, and they will send it back to the Eagles. So, yeah, like I said, we're on to the punt fest. But Devin Leary has not shown me anything as of yet. I am not impressed by Devin Leary. I think he's doing pretty good, for the most part. I did think he said he was coming home a while back. So obviously when he comes in the next time, we'll have to catch up with him. But I think he's doing well. Doing well. So the Ravens will punt back to the Eagles. And then Kenny Pickett will get another shot at it. That's just where we are right now in this third quarter. As it's a good kick back to the 20. And they're going to go down immediately at about the 27. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Eagles. Father Time says he's fine. He's here with me. DJ Gene, what do you think about the new kickoff? Like I said, it's growing on me, but I'm not a fan. Right? We're on the timeout commercial break. I'm not a fan. I don't like how they have to wait until the player catches the ball to try and bring him down or run towards him. I mean, obviously, I get the safety aspect of it. We don't want to see anybody hurt. But I think it just kills the entertainment value of it. Because it's like you're sitting there waiting for the ball to drop, pun intended, and, nothing's going on for that 3 seconds, 4 seconds. And I get that they want to see if people are going to, make it better for run backs and stuff like that and make it more offensive. But it just changes the dynamic. And I know somewhere, some statistic, some kind of formula they have drawn up with this that changes the favor and the odds for them and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah. There it is. Michael says, who's Lamar backups? Devin Leary, Johnson, and I forgot the last guy. Yeah, I forgot the last guy. DJ James is not a fan either. Yeah, I'm just, like I said, it's growing on me because obviously we're going to be dealing with it for the next 5-6 months, right? September, October, November, December, January, February. Yeah. So, for the next 6 months, you just get used to it. That's all I can say. But yeah, we're in the third quarter, 9 minutes and 47 seconds left. The Eagles now have the ball. And unfortunately, the offense has slowed way down, like way down. But maybe we get something going here, right? Bring back the wedge block. Yeah, bring back the hip drop too. Bring it all back. Lead with the helmet, do it all. Just bring everything back. Let me stop joking because I don't want to see nobody hurt and I don't want to see anybody with concussions. But, they've taken so much away from the game that it's definitely not what it used to be, for sure. You got to retrain special teams. That's a fact. But here we go. 1st and 10. Snap is off. Quick throw. Batted down immediately. Good defense by these Ravens. And that's going to lead to 2nd and 10. As DJ James says, I'm suffering from lack o' beer syndrome. You got to hit the store, bro. Got to hit the store. Dolphins winning 20-13. Okay. 2nd and 10, as this is going to be a handoff, makes a nice cut to the outside, then back in. And that's going to be a pickup of 7 for Davis Price. Didn't he come from the 49ers, if I'm not mistaken? Did Davis Price come from the 49ers? I'm pretty sure he did. I think I know these players. Tyrion Davis Price. Yeah, he came from the 49ers. All right. I'm right. That's right. I'm right. I know I'm right. 3rd and 3. Here we go. 7 seconds on the play clock. Snap is off. Quick throw. This is going to be caught. Fighting through traffic. As Harris gets hit for 5 yards. That'll be a first down. Reverend says new kickoff rules, thumbs down, boo, tomato, tomato, tomato. I agree. Like I said, I'm not rocking with it, but at the end of the day, it's what we got. It's what we got. And by the time, the season really gets going, we're going to forget about it anyways. That's how it goes. That's how all these rule changes go. This is going to be another handoff, makes a nice move to the right side as Davis Price gets it going again for 6 yards, and that will lead to first down. Father Pimp Time says, go Colts. Shout out to you, bro. I think they play Sunday. Yeah, Sunday. So is Anthony Richardson going to be playing in preseason? I would like to see. Second and 5. Snap is off. Handoff again to Davis Price, and he'll pick up another first down. 6 yards on the carry. Remember ESPN had top 10 big hits, not no more? Yeah, how long ago was that? I mean, I think 2 years ago, we still seen some decent hits, but last year I don't really remember a significant hit that had me, sitting there looking at the screen like I was Steve Willis. And if you don't know who Steve Willis is, then look him up. But yeah, I don't think there was any plays that I was looking at any hits rather that had me looking at the screen like Steve Willis. And unfortunately, that's just the way the game's changing. It's just the way the game's changing. So yeah, it's going to be Jenkins picking up 4 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd and 6 now for these Eagles. 6:48 on the clock and rolling in this third quarter. 10 seconds on the play clock. Snap is off. Pressure comes. Quick throw. High catch. Brings it down. And this may be just enough for a first down as Watkins gets 4 yards on the catch. Alex says by 2030, the game will be played by Tesla robots. Who the hell's going to be watching robots play football? Could you imagine that? You're watching robots do ridiculous stuff on the field. That wouldn't make any sense, yo. But you might be onto something. I'll be sitting here calling robots names. Matter of fact, it won't even be me. I'll be having a robot stream for me by then, right? I'll be having a robot streaming for me, and the robot will be streaming robots playing. So there you go. That's how it's all going to work out. As you're going to catch Nichols there for 2 yards. It'll be 1st and 10 at the Baltimore 40. At the 40. But I think, that's the reality of it. Things change. And you just basically got to go with the motions, That's how it goes. Snap is off. Another handoff up the middle. Pickup of about 4 yards. 2nd down. Jay, who do you think is better? Josh Hines, Allen, or Travis Etienne? It's a good one. I like Etienne. I think they have 2 different play levels, though. I think that's the issue. Yeah, they have 2 different play levels. Michael says you can't even rush a quarterback without a flag. Without a doubt. Blame that on Tom Brady, though. Quick throw here. This is going to be caught by Fulch for 7 yards. That'll lead to 2nd and 3 as the Eagles get to the Baltimore 33. Finally, we're getting some offense. We're seeing some light out of these Eagles. DJ Jeans says computers watch robots play while drinking the ancient brew of beer. Could you imagine just robots take over everything? They start living like us, eating like us, enjoying music, sports, entertainment like us. It's a scary thought. 2nd and 3, 7 seconds on the play clock. Rolls out, throws, incomplete. And this will lead to 3rd and 3. McKee looks kind of slow back there. He looks kind of slow, trying to get adjusted. And unfortunately, the run game is what's got them down this field. But McKee has not been able to get anything going passing-wise. Reverend says, and the robot formerly known as Josh Allen throws for 86 yards for the score. Touchdown. McKee directing traffic, 5 seconds on the play clock. 3rd and 3 for these Eagles. Takes a snap, hands off to Davis Price. And this is going to be a run here. Pick up the first down. 8 yards on the catch. Or 8 yards on the run. First down. Do you think the new kickoff rule will result in more touchdown kickoff returns? I haven't seen one yet. And somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I have not seen one yet. Has anyone seen a kickoff return yet in the last 3 games? And if you have, then correct me. But if we have not seen one, then what the hell are we talking about how this is going to be better? As there's going to be another run here for Davis Price, 4 yards on the carry. 2nd and 6 now. Ball's at the 21. Too early in the season. I mean, just imagine that though, right? They're like, hey, we're going to change the kickoff rule and it's going to lead to more kickoff returns. And you don't see any in the 3rd game. Or you don't see any by the 3rd game or 5th game. So what does that mean? It means it's BS. McKee going deep, and that's going to be broken up. Tried to get it to the end zone, couldn't find Harris. This will lead to 3rd and 6. 3rd and 6. TBE Trucking, what up, yo? Says it's almost that time. It is almost that. It actually is that time, my friend. Football is back. It's not all the way back, but it's back. For sure. Shout out to you, bro. Much love. Much love to you and the family. 3rd and 6 after the incomplete pass to Harris, broken up in the end zone at the last second. So McKee does have somewhat of an arm, but the accuracy is lacking. So here we go. Quick throw on a slant. This is going to be caught. There's a big hit and a flag. Oh, my goodness. We have not seen a solid hit this whole game. And the first one we see is a helmet to helmet and a flag comes out. And unfortunately, it looks like there's an injury as well. Come on. We don't want to see nobody get injured, but we do want big hits. So the helmet has came off. And unfortunately, number 28 for the Ravens is down right now. He is hurt. So it's unfortunate. And they're going to call unnecessary roughness. Kane. Kane was injured on the play. They're going to call unnecessary roughness on Kane as well. He's down on the field hurt. But that's going to push the Eagles to 1st and goal at the Baltimore 5. So there you go. Kane is now sitting up. Trainers are working with him. They're going to get him off the field, hopefully, and check him out. He's probably going to go to some kind of concussion protocol. Yeah, it was a helmet to helmet. And unfortunately, you like to see the good hits, but you don't want it to be helmet to helmet. And it sucks because the injury was actually his fault. So he's now going to go to a concussion protocol, and it was his fault, and he gets the flag. So there you go. Can you show the game? If I could, I would. But I'm the next best thing. Yeah, you can't show NFL content on YouTube, bro. It's against the copyright rules and laws, and you can be sued by the good old NFL. And it's not fun. They'll take away your channel. block you so you can't stream for a while and all that good stuff. So yeah, we don't do that. With that said, quick timeout commercial break. Score is 6-6. 3 minutes, 12 seconds left in this third quarter. First and goal for the Eagles at the Baltimore 5. Baltimore 5. Me and my friends, you good, bro? It's all good. All good. What are we at? We're at 116 likes. Our goal is 125. We're almost there. We need 9 more. We need 9 more likes, 9 more thumbs up to get to that 125. So if you have not, make sure that you do hit that like, that thumbs up. I do appreciate you. Also, if you are new to the channel, make sure that you do subscribe, click that bell, turn on your notifications so you don't miss a stream. I'll be streaming all through preseason, regular season, playoffs, all the way to the Super Bowl. So make sure you guys lock it in. Yeah, we're at 3 minutes left in this third quarter. And finally, the offense has started to pick up. We did have a significant hit, which unfortunately led to an injury and a flag, which has set up this Eagles team at the 5, first and goal. Here we go. As McKee is directing traffic. Snap is off, handoff to the right side, cuts back in, pickup of about 2 yards. Second and goal. Shout out to me and my friends. Shout out to you, bro. Angel says you have to pay to watch the games. That's an understatement. That is an understatement. It was so bad that I had to go through 2 of my subscriptions to find this one. So there you go. That lets you know. Second and goal. And this is going to be a handoff up the middle. Fights for it. Touchdown. Eagles. And there you go. Finally, we see something. Something gets punched in. And that's going to be Nichols' 2-yard run, touchdown. Score is now 13-6. And we'll see if they hit the extra point this time. Why not go for 2? Why not do it? Shout out to you, DJ Gene. Yeah, man. 40 years? Dang. It took it back to the 80s. Extra point is up. It is good. Score is now 13-6. There it is. There it is. Shots for the Eagles T. Shout out to you, Eric. Yeah, man. You doing touchdowns for shots? I'm not tonight. I am not. I am getting over not feeling well, and I do not want to add to that yet. Maybe next week. Or maybe while we're doing the Bills, because, you know, they get the blood pressure rolling and all that kind of stuff. So you have to take a drink sometimes. But I'm sure somebody will be drinking for me during the Bills stream. Chris says everyone starts somewhere. Me and my. That's a fact. Only 7 subs. Man, listen. I remember I started 5 years ago. And I'll give you a quick story as we get to this commercial break. I started 5 years ago. I was in here talking to myself for 3 to 4 hours. And then a couple people trickled in. They just watched. They didn't say nothing. Then, 10 or 15 came in. 2 or 3 talked. The rest just watched. And after year 1, that's when it turned into conversations rolling, thousands of people watching. Anything that you do in life, man, you stay consistent and it's going to grow. You love what you do and it's going to grow. But don't just do it because you see everyone else doing it. Do it because you want to do it and you have a passion for it. Find what your actual passion is and talk about what actually intrigues you and then go from there. Because if you just do it to follow other people, you'll never be successful. And that is my advice that I give to you, my friend. So there it is. Father Time says, super mad someone came after Luta. Who came after Luta? Do I have to who I got to take care of? Father Time, let me know. So after the touchdown, these Eagles will be sending it back to the Ravens with 2 minutes and 16 seconds left in the third quarter. Are the Bills and Ravens in the same conference? Of course. The AFC. Me and my friend says, thank you. No problem, bro. The wrenches took care of it. Okay. How long ago was it? Because you've been talking for the last couple of minutes. Ravens are going to go down here about the 27? 27? Yeah, 27. Oh, but yeah, they're in the AFC. So there you go. 2:11 left in this third quarter. Score is 13-6. Ravens now have the ball. Kyle Hamilton, Mr. Hamilton himself, last season, 4 interceptions, 3 sacks. Looking to see, obviously, what he does coming into this next season. But here we go. 1st and 10. Ravens takes a snap, play fake, drops back, goes down. Oh, my goodness. Leary gets destroyed. That's going to be a huge loss of 9 yards. It'll be 2nd and 19 after the sack. Can't hold on to that ball, my friend. I'm going through changes. Shout out to you, DJG. After the huge sack, it's going to be 2nd and 19. So Leary's back in the shotgun. Snap is off. Quick throw too high. And that's going to lead to 3rd and long. 3rd and long. Never despise small beginnings, and every day do something that adds value to your purpose, or that's a day wasted. That's a fact. A lot of people don't know that. Every day you want to do something that makes you a little bit better. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. So 3rd and 19. 8 seconds on the play clock. Leary takes a snap. It's a high one. Pressure comes. Quick throw on a screen. Gets rid of it. And this will be short to Ali. He'll pick up 4 to be 4th and 14 at the 23. And they will punt back to the Eagles. And it's getting a little nasty now. I thought the Ravens were going to do better than this. And, Harbaugh's looking a little frustrated. I would be too. You're letting McGee come out here and ball on you at this point in the second half? It was a tie ball game. Now you're giving it back to the Eagles, and they got the lead? Not good. So punt is off. Eagles will take it from the 26. Makes a nice move. Hits that left side. Tries to hit that edge. Loses the ball, and it goes out of bounds. I am not sure what just happened here. It looks like the ball was fumbled, and the Ravens may have gotten it back. They may have gotten it back. We got to see here. I think it was out of bounds, though. So the ball was punched out. They tried to save it, but I think it did bounce out of bounds. So it'll still be Eagles ball. Still Eagles ball. DJ Jean says Ravens need to show some fight to stay in it, right? Show some fight. Show some heart. Show some grit. Why is Lamar not in the game? It's preseason. You're not going to see Lamar probably until week 4 preseason, to be honest. But here we go. 1st and 10. As McGee takes a snap, handoff. And that's going to be Milton picking up about 5, and this will lead to 2nd down. They're going to run the clock all the way down, and that will lead us to the end of the third quarter, everybody. End of the third quarter. Father Pimp Time says, I just found you 4 months ago. Thought this was a Bills stream. Only stream I found out it's not. I'm here to stay. Yeah, we cover all 32 teams, bro. I'm an unbiased Bills fan, which is great because when the Bills get on my nerves, you going to hear about it. When they doing good, you going to hear about it. When these teams doing good, you're going to hear about it. When they doing bad, you're going to hear about it. I'm an unbiased Bills fan. But yeah, we cover all 32 teams. Shout out to Tibia Parker says my Ravens is not looking so good at all. Well, Leary is terrible. You know, Leary came in and stunk up the place. I thought the Ravens had a, decent chance with Johnson. He wasn't too hot, but he did enough. But Leary is just bad. They're going to have to figure out something. We're heading on to the fourth quarter. Eagles have the ball and the lead, so the Ravens are going to have to do something defensively, get that ball back, and try to get some offense happening. That's where we're at. We're in a quick timeout commercial break. As far as the poll, though, Eagles have been holding it down since the game started. 53% on the votes for the win. So there you go. There you go. Good stats last season. You did. I think even in preseason, the Ravens did fairly well, if I'm not mistaken. So, definitely, I want to say the big issue that I'm seeing right now is the offensive line. And Leary doesn't have much time back there to make any decisions. Plus, his accuracy isn't, what you'd want it to be. But keep in mind, right, he's just starting out. The adjustments are going to take time. It's the first game of the preseason. So it's nothing to write home yet about. But there's a lot to look into, and there's going to be a lot to fix for sure. I think Pickett is trouble, maybe the third string quarterback. Pickett is in trouble, maybe the third string quarterback. Yes and no, because I haven't really seen too much out of McGee yet. There's been a lot of running, right? Let's look at this for what it is. The running on both sides has been keeping both these teams in it. I haven't really seen much that has impressed me passing wise. Kenny Pickett was poised. He was focused. He did have some plays, but when it came to cashing in and the significant moments, that's where he failed. And McKee is getting saved by the run right now. So that's where we are. That's where we are. But here we go. We're starting the fourth quarter, 2nd and 5 for these Eagles. As Milton is in, handoff up the middle. And it's going to be a nice hard run for 6 yards. It'll be a first down at the 40 for the Eagles. Dynamo says, who cares about preseason victories or losses? They don't matter. It does matter. It doesn't matter in the sense of, how it affects season stats and season momentum. But it matters for the individuals who obviously want to get a starting job. It matters to see how, the offensive schemes are going to work in the regular season. So, yeah, I mean, it does matter. Just not in the way that people would want it to matter. McKee drops back, in trouble, gets out of it, multiple flags, and it's probably going to be for holding. He had forever back there. And it's going to lead to 2nd and 20. 2nd and 20. DJ Jean says, who is the best running quarterback? I mean, that's a good question. Because what are we basing that on? Is it just, from a talent standpoint, or are we looking at touchdowns? Are we looking at yards? Are we looking at who looks good running with the ball? Like what we got to have an identity for that topic. Because you could say Lamar for your own reasons. You could say Allen for you could even say Patrick Mahomes. you got to have a category for why you're making that assessment there. Quick throw. This is going to be dropped by Harris. It'll be 3rd and 20. Dynamo says not that much. The starters aren't even playing much. It only matters for the ones trying to make the squad. Yeah, I mean, keep in mind that these guys are just as important as the starters, because if your starter goes down, you need someone to fill that spot. You need someone that's going to be able to step up and be there for that individual, which we will see injuries. We will see starters go down. So these are the guys who are going to step up and be in those positions and in those roles. And if you don't have these individuals ready to go, well, you know the rest. As McKee goes deep, way too high, accuracy is just not there as he tried to get it to Milton. That's going to lead to 4th and 20 and a punt. So there you go. DJ Jean says Lamar is fast, but I bet Mahomes runs over 100 yards. Yeah, like I said, there's really so many different ways you can go with that question of who, is the best running quarterback. Because there's not many quarterbacks that you could even say that if they're in a 3rd and 17 down, that they can pick up that many yards that Mahomes can in those kind of scenarios. As McKee throws a little too high, once again, the man was wide open, threw it way over his head, and that's going to lead to an incomplete. Texans beat Steelers 20-12. Dynamo says they will trade for players that they need. We're talking regular season. Like if you've made the team because of the work that you put in preseason, and someone gets injured in regular season, you're not going to have the time to trade. You're not going to have the time to trade for somebody else. You're going to have to put in who's next available. What are we talking about here? This is football 101. What are we doing? We're not playing Madden, bro. Like, if it's regular season and somebody goes down in week 2, you need to have somebody to replace them literally for that week. You're not going to have time to trade for anybody. But here we go. Kick is off. Back to the Ravens. This is going to be taken from the 22. Makes a nice move, breaking some tackles, still on his feet as Williams gets it going here. And that's going to be to the 39, 1st and 10. They will find players. They'll find the players on their team that made it during preseason. What is am I being trolled? I need to know. I really need to know if I'm being trolled right now. Am I being trolled, y'all, or is this a legitimate topic? Do I really have to do this? Come on, Dynamo. I know you better than this now. I know you're not trolling me right now. Did you make a video about sketchy calls last year? I think I did. I'm pretty sure I did. I made a lot of videos last year. The Ravens will get a player they need. The bench is just a fill-in until then. Dynamo. We're on this commercial break, so let me break this down. All right. The individuals who make the roster between 1st, 2nd, and 3rd string, those are the individuals who will play if the individual before them is injured, or if there is a significant difference in playing ability and a significant growth and development in the time that they've made the team throughout the season. Trades only happen when it makes sense, as far as from something that has already almost been pre-planned, or if someone hits the trade block that another team wants and they're willing to part ways with an individual. Like, do I need to make a video about this? Like, this is textbook football stuff, yo. Nobody's going to trade out of a situation, and let's say a week goes by and someone gets injured, or even in let's say it's week 2 and the game is going, you have to have people available on the field to replace who gets injured. It's not about who you can get 2 or 3 weeks from now. It's about who you have now. The Ravens will find an available player that they need. No. The available player that they need is who made it to the roster and who's ready on the field when the injury happens. I hope that I'm saying this as clear as possible. All right, here we go. Let me get back to it. Shout out to George. What up, yo? 1st and 10 for these Ravens. This is going to be a handoff up the middle, breaking tackles. And that's going to be a pick of about 6 for Ali. 2nd down. Shout out to Gay Smashers. Hey, Jay, just getting a chance to sit down and enjoy your show here in Cedar Key, Florida. Let's go. Shout out to the Mafia. George in the house. 2nd and 5 as we have motion. Another handoff to Ali, who picks up maybe about 2 yards. And this will lead to 3rd down. Father Pentine says, Jay, my head is spinning. Listen, I'm like, maybe I'm not explaining it right. That's where I was. Forget the word trade. I'm telling you they will. The backup will hold the fort. That is what preseason's for. To find the talent to create the backups for the starters. Right? Right. All right. DJ Jean says Ravens need to score. They're going to lose. If they don't, this is a fact. This is a fact. We're down to 12 minutes and 25 seconds left in this 4th quarter. Arrogant. Last time I checked, being right does not make you arrogant. I just need you to understand what you're saying and how it's inaccurate. 1st and 10 after the quick throw here to Wade. Jay Texas made easy work against the Steelers. So what happened with Fields and Wilson? Let me know. Since I always remember there are always new people joining or learning about football, so all will help another join the football community. Priscilla, shout out to you. Dynamo ain't new. It's been around for a couple years now, if I'm not mistaken. He's trolling me right now. That's all that is. I'm being trolled. Anybody knows if you want help from Jay, I got you. If you asking a legitimate question. This is preseason football. Dynamo has been around for preseason football. He just causing some trouble tonight. Shout out to you, Priscilla. It's all love. Listen, if you do got a legitimate question about, preseason and rosters and trades and all that kind of stuff, drop it in the chat and I will answer accordingly. I will do it. As Collier gets 2 yards on the carry, it's going to be 2nd and 8. Reverend says, ain't that what postseason is for? See what the team needs for the next season, make adjustments, try out adjustments in preseason, and eat the fish and spit out the bones. I mean, I've said it as clear as I could. Father time, of course. 1st and 10. Here we go. Another handoff. Tries to squeeze through the left side. That's going to be pickup for Collier of about 4 yards. Listen, it's preseason. People getting testy already. Shout out to you, Tavia. Much love, yo. Father time, always. Always listening, always watching. 2nd and 8 as we approach the 9-minute and 50-second mark. Snap is off. Pressure comes. Leary throws, and that's going to be dropped as Ali can't reel it in. 3rd and 8. Jackson Fry, what up, man? What's going on with you? Fields and Allen played as quarterbacks for the Steelers. Really? So how did Fields do? Was it that bad? I'm going to look at those stats, yo. If it's that bad, I'm going to look at those stats. I really am. 3rd and 8. 3rd and 8 for these Ravens. 7 seconds on the play clock. We have motion. Snap is off. 4-man rush for the Eagles. Quick throw. That's going to be caught. That was the nicest throw that Leary has put up tonight. So very good catch. Very good throw. As he gets it over to Washington, that's going to be a first down. Jay, why Derrick Henry not playing running back where Lamar at? Yo. Now I know I'm being trolled. What, Jay, why isn't Lamar and Derrick Henry out there suited up and ready to go? 4th and 2, the Ravens are going to go for it. Snap is off. Leary throws high. This is caught. Breaks a tackle on his feet and picks up the first down and more. Wade gets 13 yards, and that is now 1st and goal at the 4. Eric says Fields threw for 67 yards, no interception and no touchdown. That doesn't get you the job. Dang, 67 yards? Yeah, that doesn't do anything almost. You could have got 67 yards in one drive. All right, here we go. High snap, quick throw to the left side now. Leary moving the ball. And they'll get down to about the 3. 2nd and 3. Smoke gator over pecan wood or other mild wood. I had gator meat numerous times. I enjoy it. It is salty though. You got to watch how you cook it. You can't really season, or you shouldn't really season gator meat because it's salty itself. But I like it. Tastes like chicken, as they say. 5 seconds on the play clock. Tight end motions, handoff up the middle. And going to be just short. 2nd and goal. Did Leary play for the Eagles at one time? I'm not sure. I can look it up, though. No, he's fresh out of Kentucky. That's why I was asking if has anybody seen Leary play for Kentucky, because he's fresh out of college. This is going to be another handoff up the middle, no gain for the touchdown. It's going to be 4th and goal. Allen threw 193 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Okay. DJ James says, wow, Ravens offense can't move the ball. I mean, they've gotten this far. But Leary just is having a tough time with his accuracy, and, you know, he's throwing it way over guys' heads, and that seems to be the problem. So they've been focusing more on the run game and, you know, just trying to work it out in the flat. And it looks like this may be short. They're going to review this. I don't think he got in. They went for it on 4th down. I don't think he got in. And it may be short. They're going to review it. I think he got it. I think the ball broke the plane. I think he got it. This should be touchdown. I think it all obviously matters where they spot the ball, but it looks like he was able to get it over the line. Michael says, Gator's good? Yeah, man. Without a doubt. When you smoke Gator, which end do you light and which end do you smoke on? I'm not sure. I've always had it cook for me. I never smoked a Gator. That would be kind of cool, though. Yo, I just got that. DJ James says too much salt ruins anything. If you're rain eating Gator, chances are that you appreciate game taste. Don't hide it. Celebrate the flavor. That's a fact. Quick timeout, commercial break. The touchdown or potential touchdown is currently under review. Ravens went for it on 4th and goal. It's very close. I think he got it, but we'll have to see what they say. We will have to see what they say. 6 minutes and 23 seconds left in this fourth quarter. Timeout. Yeah, I figured that's what you're saying, DJ Gene. Texans played all 4 quarterbacks. Well, see, that's a good thing too, because in a preseason game, obviously people really aren't, mad about the win or a loss to a certain degree. But if you get people in that are fresh and you get people in that, you have a mix of some good, some bad, it can overwhelm the defense, especially if, those guys have been out there for the majority of the game and that's just who they're rocking with for their, for their game plan. But yeah, I think this should be a touchdown. We'll see. Oh, they're going to say he's short. They are going to say he's short. Shout out to you, Father Time. So this is going to be 4th and goal. And the challenge is short of the line. The play is upheld. So there you go. Steelers shot themselves in the foot. I wonder where Jacob is right now. Jacob is the Steelers' #1 fan. I want to hear his take. Because I know if the Steelers was doing good and they were, blowing the Texans out, he'd be the first person over here. And unfortunately, he has not shown up. So Leary's just going to keep it, run inside, and get it going. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Touchdown for these Ravens, and obviously they will kick the extra point to try and tie this thing up. So all that hype, all that checking the review was almost for nothing because they were able to punch it in anyways with Leary. So there you go. Bob says, love deep fried gator. Yeah, it's great. It's great. Nice little, get you a nice little coating of flour on there. Cook it up in some fresh grease. Golden brown. And that's how you do gator. So yeah, tie ball game, 13-13, 5:46 left on the clock. And there you go. I fix and sell watches. Shout out to you, Father Time. You got a Daytona? I might be in the market for a Daytona soon, yo. Dead serious. Used one is fine though. I don't need a new one. I'll take a used one. Without a doubt. All right, so yeah, 5 minutes and 46 seconds left in this fourth quarter. Score is 13-13. We're tied up. The time is 10:13 here on the East Coast. And yeah, there we go. 5 times says, Jay, I need a wrench. We gave you a wrench. Did you forget what happened? Shout out to Nikia says, geesh, about time, right? Took some time. But we're tied up. Battle of the Birds. Battle of the Birds. We're in a commercial break. Tie ball game. The Ravens were pretty much down and out, but I do think Leary's finding some confidence, and he's going to have to if he's going to win this thing. So we'll have to see what happens. You need your defense to step up, hopefully make a good play, and get the ball back. And who knows? Maybe they'll put in Tucker for the game-winning kick. Oh, man. Bob says, I need some crawdads, crawfish or crayfish. So I had crawfish years ago. Not a fan of the small lobster looking crustacean. Give me some lobster tail. Give me the lobster tail or some crab legs, and I'm good. I'm good. Let's just keep it that way. Maybe some shrimp. I got to be in the mood for shrimp, though. All right, so these Ravens are going to kick it back to the Eagles. 5 minutes and 46 seconds in this fourth quarter. And to be honest, it's been an okay game. I'm not going to say a great game. It's been an okay game. It's had its moments. We've seen some excitement. The run has been just used as much as it can be, for sure. And that's basically why we're at where we're at with these scores right now. The run has been keeping both of these teams alive because it has not been the passing, without a doubt. Reverend says, so when deep frying gator, do you fry it long like chicken or quick like pork? Depending on how much meat. Because if you do the strips, I like to do like the gator strips. And I normally make them, not, like I said, not too thick, not too thin, but I would say in between how you would fry chicken and pork. So there you go. McKee goes deep, and it's going to be incomplete. Try to hit a throw over the shoulder to Ngata, and that's going to be incomplete. 2nd and 10. First quarter was all right? Right? It was great. Got a good little show from Pickett. And Johnson, for the most part, was holding his own. But we had some good offense. And then things obviously slowed down. And then they've resulted to the run. So here we are, 13-13. 5 minutes to go. 2nd and 10. This is going to be a handoff to the left side. Breaking tackles on the move. And we got ourselves a flag. Ref said, not so fast. Not so fast. So Eagles get called on the hold. It's now 2nd and 20. They'll get pushed back to the Eagles 23. Gator is better on the smoker. Okay. Alex says, you're in New York, right? How's your sportsmobile shop doing? I've been seeing crazy stuff about New York shoplifters. Is that stuff on the news true? I mean, everything's online, bro, so I don't worry about, the brick and mortar stuff. But for the most part, there's stuff going on around the city that obviously shouldn't be happening, but I feel like that's everywhere. It's not just centralized to New York. There's crazy stuff going on everywhere. You just got to protect your stuff, try to do more online so you don't have to deal with the brick and mortar side of things, and you won't really have all those kind of issues. So there's going to be another flag here, but this time on the defense. That's going to be illegal contact on the Ravens. So that's going to push the Eagles back to the 28, and it'll be 1st and 10. Yeah. Slow and low. Shout out to you, bro. So yeah, like I said, for the most part, it's been a very good running game. If you just want to see running, we've had that tonight, and it's been fun to see. But as far as when it came to throwing, McGee, he hasn't been doing too well. Leary, basically almost the same. But once again, going back to the run here, pick up 4 yards by Davis Price. They'll get to the 32 to be 2nd and 6. Blue Eyed says, I wish there was OT in preseason. It would make it more exciting. I don't know. Would it? I mean, it's more football. I don't know if it makes it more exciting. Shout out to you, DJ G. Yeah, man. Because think about it. What if like it was OT and they just like kept, tied for the whole time? It kind of would be a waste then. Quick throw is batted down. That's going to be incomplete. Try to get to Ngata again. That's going to lead to 3rd and 6 at the 32. Wild boar. Shout out to you, Eric. I never had wild boar, yo. Some teams need to bring back the run, I formation. Well, I think when we switch to having such a, running quarterback league, it kind of watered down the run game. But we're seeing it tonight. That's why I said I love the running back position. I think it's great. I think it's underutilized. As McKee takes a snap here, has plenty of time, throws low, but it will be caught. Let's see here. Immortal, Mitch Trubisky. So it is caught for the first down, and they'll go right back to Harris, but that's going to be incomplete, 2nd and 10. J.I. Hunt for anything and everything. Okay. Camel is excellent. Had a camel burger in Dubai years ago. Tasted like gamey turkey. Camel? Yo. I've never even thought that you could have camel. Okay. Interesting. Gamey turkey. All right. 2nd and 10. This is going to be a handoff to the left side. And that'll be Milton picking up about 7 yards. This will lead to 3rd and about 2. As we approach the 3-minute and 45-second mark. Mitch versus Chicago tomorrow. Yeah, you know. I'm trying to contain myself for tomorrow, right? Staying calm, staying chill. Because you already know, even if it's preseason, it's going to be crazy. Another quick handoff to Milton. He looks like it's going to be just short of the first down. It's going to be 4th and 1 as we approach the 3-minute and 15-second mark in this fourth quarter. Wild hog is good. Pig ears, chicken feet, endless. Yeah, I never had wild hog. Never had that. Reverend says OT in preseason is sort of useless since the goal is not primarily wins and losses. I would not want to endure games like this in OT. Yeah, I mean, 13-13, and it's been mostly a running battle all game. I would say it's, it kind of is what it is. However it ends is however it ends. If the Eagles can come down and kick a field goal and win, or if, the Ravens can somehow get the ball after this first down, it depends. Shout out to you, Darren. What up, yo? Says that does sound good right now. I got to try it out. Camel is illegal. People do use the meat once they get old and put them down. What? Why would you want old camel meat, though? That's interesting. All right. Tactical says boar meat is tough and gamey. Okay. Yeah, like I said, I never had the boar meat. They're gonna check to see if this is a first down or not as they bring out the chains. And from the looks of it, Eagles will have it. So first down as we approach the 2-minute and 30-second mark. Pickled pig's feet goes with beer just as much as football. Yeah. I think I had pig feet like 20 years ago. That's how long it's been. Like 20 years ago. So 1st and 10, 2:26 on the clock and rolling in this fourth quarter on a Friday night. And Eagles are trying to move this ball. Nice run, breaking some tackles. Gets to the other side of the field. They're at the Baltimore 42, and they're going to take us down to the 2-minute warning in this fourth quarter. 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1. Father Time, you all right, bro? You good? Yo, Father Time has been going off for the last like 20 minutes. I've been trying to figure out what's going on. I just don't know yet. I don't know yet. With that said, we're at the 2-minute warning. Game is tied up 13 apiece. Eagles are driving at 2nd and 1 at the Baltimore 42. Shout out to you, Tyrone. Much love you. Father Time says, I've had boar and bear, and I find them both gaming. I've never had bear. What's bear taste like? I would think that bear meat is pretty tough and gamey. DJ says, camel, bison, gator, and other exotic meat is available at $20 a pound in a store near me. Wow. Okay. Tactical says, Jay, it looks like Coach Callahan is playing Titans tomorrow starting tomorrow, bro. Okay. Well, that's going to be interesting because if we look at what he's putting at stake, it could be very bad if it doesn't work out, but it could be good because you need to figure out the strengths versus the weaknesses before you get going. This is a whole new team. This is going to be a whole new design for the Titans. So, like I said, it could be bad, but I'm thinking he'll be smart enough that if he does need to pull them at some point, he will. He will. Shout out to Shark Kid says, Ravens. I see you, bro. Dustin says, bear meat is greasy, a bit gamey, but good as burgers. All right. Shout out to Michael for liking the stream on Facebook. Thanks a lot, bro. Shout out to you. Much love. Bear brisket. You know, I love brisket. A well-cooked brisket can be better than the best steak. It's very good. Very good. If you can get the right brisket or the person or the restaurant or the person who knows how to cook brisket the right way, it can be better than the best steak. So we're in a quick timeout commercial break, 2-minute warning. It's 2nd and 1. Eagles are at the Baltimore 42. And we'll see how they play this. Shout out to Darren says, moving into my apartment next week. Y'all, please, I ask, drop all any prayers for me for my overhead. And I'll be joining the panel. I'm ready to become a member and join and gain my rent. Shout out to you, Darren. I got you, bro. Much love to you. Thank you for the support. We always here, bro. We got your back. All right, 2-minute warning is now officially over. It is 2nd and 1 for these Eagles. McKee hands off the ball, run to the right side as Milton gets it going. It's a pickup of 6 yards. It'll be 1st and 10 at the Baltimore 36. So, I think now at this point, you keep it on the ground, you let this clock roll, and you bring in your kicker, right? We know that the kicker did miss the extra point. He did make up for it after that, though. But you are going to put him in a situation to where, sure, he's going to have to win the game for you if you can't move this ball. But here we go, 5 seconds on the play clock. And this is going to be another handoff. Milton hits the left side. He goes down. Loss of a yard. It'll be 2nd and 11 as they get backed up to the 37. And Baltimore is going to call a timeout. Shout out to Melvin. What up, yo? What's going on with you? Says football and vibes. How can you hate life? Right? How can you? Always a good time. Always good vibes. Y'all know how we do. Did I miss your Titans season breakdown, Jay? You have not. We're still doing them. I've extended them into August. So you have not. We will be getting through all 12 that we have left, which includes your Titans, bro. I got you. DJ Jean says wide right. Yeah. It's like a stinging punch every time I hear that. No matter what I'm doing, what's going on in football season, out of football season, hearing wide right is just not good. So that's going to be a run to the left side again by Milton. He's going to try and pick up something back. He gets 2 yards. It's now 3rd and 9. They're at the 35. Baltimore is going to call a timeout. 1 minute, 8 seconds on the clock. Shark hits it. Coyote is fire. Really? Okay. Yeah, I never had coyote. I didn't know like people were out here eating it either. Pokey says you're better than the commentators on the game. Shout out to you, man. Thank you for the love and support. Thank you for being here. Richards MVP. Yeah, what? Shout out to you, Tactical. We're at 1:08 left in this fourth quarter, and the Eagles are going to try to figure out something here. Baltimore using those timeouts, stopping the clock. They use their last one, and it's now 3rd and 9. 3rd and 9. McKee takes a snap, handoff to Milton again, runs up the middle, and he gets the Eagles just a little bit closer. They'll be at the 32, and I'm assuming they're going to go ahead and try to kick a field goal, put up these points, run some time off the clock, and try to get out of here with a victory. I was referencing to P&W also depends on what they eat and where you harvest a bear. The high mountain bears are a bit sweeter, earthy tasting as opposed to a lower mountain bear. Interesting. Okay. So Eagles are going to line up here for the field goal. 5 seconds on the play clock. It looks like they're going to call a timeout. Timeout at 21 seconds. Shark Kid says, please miss. Please miss. Listen, I had the Ravens for the win. And to be honest, I mean, this game could have went either way. This right now, this game was all about possession. And fortunately for the Eagles, they have the ball now. They've had time of possession for the most part. They've utilized the run game. McKee, he tried his best as far as, to step up in the passing game. It just wasn't there, but the run is really what saved both sides. And I would say the Eagles just a little bit more. But here we go. So Philly is going to kick with 21 seconds on the clock. The game is tied. And here we go. Here we go. Looks like winds are blowing. Not too bad. It's a long kick. It's a long kick. Here we go. Kick is up. It bounced off of the right goalpost. Kick is no good.
Emotional damage.
Kick is no good. It bounced off the right goalpost. Oh, my goodness. And there it is. Shout out to Chastity. It looked like it was going right down the middle, but it went off the right goalpost and just bounced. Quick shout out to Bonksy Clips for subscribing. Thanks a lot. Welcome to the channel. Wow. Got ourselves a doinker. So this game will stay tied at 13 apiece. And oh my goodness. Snapped the ball, dropped it, fumble, and that's going to be Eagles ball. Oh, you get a shot at it. Baltimore gets the ball, turnover on downs. Jones comes in, loses the ball. Eagles get it back, and now they're at the 32. What? You can't make this up. Oh, my goodness. You have got to be kidding me. Could you imagine? He could have just kneeled, run the clock out, and you leave out with the draw. Now you're going to lose because of a stupid mistake. We got to see how this plays out.
Emotional damage.
We got to see how this plays out. That was the worst series of events I think I've ever seen. Ever. McKee's going to sneak for maybe a yard. And they're going to let this clock roll all the way down. and take a timeout. 4 seconds on the clock. This is nuts. Shout out to you, Rev. Much love, yo. And I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that. It means a lot to me. Silverado, what up, yo? Silverado in Thailand says, good morning from Thailand, Jay. It's my birthday. Best gift is getting to enjoy your broadcast so far. Happy birthday, Silverado. Shout out to you, bro. Everybody in the chat, give Silverado a happy birthday all the way in Thailand. All right, so Elliott is going to go ahead and try the field goal again. So here we go. Why? Oh, my goodness. Terrible break for the Ravens. Kick is up. It is good, and that is right down the middle. So there it is, ladies and gentlemen, 16-13. What a way to lose. All Jones had to do is kneel. Just kneel, leave out with the draw, keep your dignity, and move on. But instead, you take the snap, you fumble the ball, Eagles get it back at your 32, and they win the game. Wow. You can't make it up. You cannot make it up. So there it is. The people were right. The people had spoken. You guys said Eagles at 53%. So there you go. There it is. Yeah, make sure you guys hit that like, that thumbs up. And, of course, if you're new to the channel, make sure you do subscribe. Click that bell, turn on your notifications so you don't miss a stream. We'll be doing this all preseason, all regular season. I'll be on tomorrow streaming the Bears and the Bills. That's at 1 o'clock. So make sure you lock it in. And in the meantime, enjoy your Friday night. It's Friday. I might stay up for a little bit longer. But not on the stream, though. Gotta go see what the lady doing. In the meantime, y'all have yourselves a great night. Much love to the Wrench Gang. Much love to the family. I appreciate everyone here. I will see you all tomorrow.